and all of that good stuff. Likes also help, shares also help. So feel free to contribute as you see fit. Okay. So again, today we're getting into protection and cleansing rituals, and then we're going to go into spiritual gifts, how to discover your spiritual gift, how to tap more into your spiritual gift, what it looks like to do both of those things, in ways that you can execute that. Okay, so we're going to start with protection and cleansing rituals. At any point, if either one of the streams cannot see, let me know in the comments, because I'm trying to make sure that I keep the board evenly distributed between both streams. Okay. So again, we're going to start with cleansing and protection rituals. Make sure my heater was on because it's a little chilly in here. All right, so let's get started. So cleansing and protection rituals. We're gonna start with the basics, okay? So what even is a ritual? Let me move this like that. All right, perfect. Okay. Let's zoom in a little. Perfect. Zoom in a little. Perfect. All right. What even is a ritual, okay? A ritual is any action that is repeated, okay? Ritual is a repeated action. Okay, let me get this out the way to make some space so we don't look all jumbled up. All right, rituals are repeated actions. So these are things that we do on a continuous basis over and over again, whether that is the same way, whether that's a different way, whatever. Okay. All right. Now, this can be a daily ritual, this could be a weekly ritual, this could be a monthly ritual, this could be a yearly ritual. It really doesn't matter, okay? A ritual just simply means that there is a repeated action that you are taking on a daily basis, okay? This can look however you want it to look. It can be whatever you want it to be. All right. Now, when we are talking about cleansing, okay, cleansing is basically a spiritual way to remove negative energy. Okay, remember, we're talking about cleansing on a spiritual level. Okay. All right. A spiritual way to remove negative energy is what we're saying when we're talking about cleansing. All right. So this is not necessarily, we're not necessarily talking about the physical realm, you know, when you're cleansing your body and washing and whatever. That's not really what we're talking about. We're talking about cleansing energetically. Okay. Removing negative energy energetically, spiritually. All right. Now, there are different types of cleansing that we have. All right. We have personal cleansing, which means that I am cleaning my energy off of my person. Okay, removing any negative energy that may be within me as far as the spirit body is concerned, the soul is concerned. Okay? We have space cleaning, which means I'm cleansing my environment. My environment needs to be cleansed. My environment needs a good washing. Okay? Let me cut this off. Girl, shut up. Hold on, y'all. Let me unplug this damn thing because that glare is pissing me off. Alright. Better. Okay. So you can either cleanse your person, or your soul cleansing, okay? Or we can cleanse our space, okay? Cleansing our space means we're cleansing the environment that we are in, all right? So that's our home, workplace, car. It doesn't matter, okay? All right? Then the next one is a situational cleanse. What does that mean? Based on whatever I'm experiencing, based on whatever I'm going through, I can cleanse it, you know, whether that's a relationship, friendship, marriage, co-worker something, job something, thoughts, habits, things of that nature. Okay? Now, I would suggest doing cleansing of all of these things on a ritualistic basis, which is a repeated action. Okay? So that you're doing this multiple times, whether that's multiple times a week, multiple times a month, multiple times a year. I would suggest doing it multiple times a month. Okay? Just to make sure that it is what it needs to be. Thank y'all for the gifts. Just to make sure that the energy stays clean. It's doing what it needs to do. You ain't got no bullshit going on. Everything is everything. Okay? So, in spirituality, we see a lot more of personal and spatial cleansing more often on a consistent basis than we see situational cleansing. Okay? And I feel like all three of these things should be done on a repetitive basis. Okay? Of course, we cleanse our person, whether that's with saging, smudging, crystals, spiritual baths, and we're going to get into all of that stuff, or our space, whether we're using the same things, right? But not as often are we cleansing situations or relationships as much as we should be. All right? So use this as kind of like a invitation for you to do a little bit more when it comes to protecting yourself, because all of this goes under protection. All right? All right, so let's move on to some basic herbs that we use in cleansing and protection rituals. Okay? A lot of times people hear ritual and they think it's like, oh, you're doing a spell, and oh, you're doing witchcraft, and it's like, nigga, anything could be a ritual. What the hell? Every time you go take a shit, that's a ritual. If you shit every morning at 6 p.m., bitch, that's a ritual. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't think too deep into it. Don't do too damn much. You can't stay in that shit. Okay? Anything that you do repetitively is a damn ritual. Especially if you do it at the same time, or the same time of day, or the same time in the week, or the same time in the year or month. What the fuck? Alright? Golly. Alright, so these are protection herbs that we're about to go through. Okay? And all of these herbs are beginner friendly. Now I'm going to be giving some specifics as we go through this, but these are all beginner friendly herbs. Okay? So, and these are also things that you can find in your seasoning cabinet. It's not nothing that you necessarily have to go out of your way to get. You can find this if you don't have it in your seasoning cabinet, then you can just go to a grocery store and find it in the seasoning aisle. Okay? That's the beauty of what we practice as Black Americans, okay? Hoodoo. That's the beauty of hoodoo. Hoodoo is all about using what you already have, what's already near, okay? What's already within reach, and using it for a spiritual purpose. Activating the properties in those things to use it to your advantage, okay? That's pretty much the same thing for all spiritual practices, but specifically hoodoo, okay? So, we're going to go through basic herbs. I see some of y'all in the comments already giving the extra herbs. People don't have those things in their seasoning cabinet. Nobody got hyssop and John Conqueror root in their in their seasoning cabinet, aka medicine cabinet. Nobody has that. Okay, so we're going to be giving you basic things that everybody can find, that everybody can use, that everybody can have access to easily. All right, all right. Now, first one, the OG, triple OG. Ooh, is this wet? Why did that just come out under? I don't like how that's spraying. What the hell just happened? Oh, alright. Cause what? Stop playing with me. Alright, salt. This is the OG, triple OG. Now this could be sea salt or table salt. Okay, everybody don't got sea salt at their disposal. Sea salt is usually better just because it is more natural, more organic. However, it doesn't fucking matter. Alright, as long as you got some goddamn salt, you can do what you need to do. Okay? Now, salt is often used as a foundation herb or I don't want to call it an herb, but it's usually the foundation for whatever you're going to add to it or put together. Okay? It's a great base to use. All right? Not only that, salt is good for, let me zoom out a little bit so I can write more on this board. Oops. Y'all can see. Okay. Salt is used for protection and cleansing. Okay? This is a perfect one to use for anything. Salt is most definitely one size fits all type of thing. You can do anything with this shit. Okay? It don't matter. Whether you're doing a protection ritual, whether you're doing a love ritual, whether you're doing a money ritual, it don't matter what you do. Salt will always be a perfect foundation or a perfect herb for you to use as a foundation. Okay? Or if you don't have any other things, salt can be used by itself to do whatever you're trying to do. Okay? It's just, we got to start there because it deserves its props. All right? Now we're going to move on. I don't like how this side of this marker is writing. It's really pissing me off. There we go. Black pepper. Black pepper is another one that you're going to find regularly in your herbal cabinet. Okay? Seasoning area. Whatever looks like for you. Okay? I guess I could zoom in a little bit. Alright, cool. Oops. Alright. Black pepper is great for protection against negative energies. Okay? Or entities. Okay? So black pepper can be added to salt, or you can use black pepper by itself. All right? But it's good for protection against negative energies or entities. All right? And we're going to go through how to mix these things together and all of that good stuff. But we're going step by step. So we're going to go through our herbs first, and then we're going to get into all of the specifics. Okay? Black pepper is next. I don't know why this looks like this. Sorry, y'all, got a little bit of OCD. Just a little bit. That just looks super bold compared to everything else that's up here. Okay, whatever. It looks better than what was up here before. All right, next. Make sure I spell this shit right. I always forget the other end. Cayenne pepper. Now, cayenne pepper is that girl, okay? And she's often slept on, all right? Lots of people don't know that cayenne pepper is really the OG, triple OG when it comes to stronger energies, more layered energies, more aggressive energies, okay? So cayenne pepper will be used for stubborn energy. Okay? It is also a stronger cleanse. So, cayenne pepper specifically, I like to use in places that people would enter my home, or in places where I encounter more energies, period. So my car, my front door, things of that nature, okay? And again, I'm going to get into specifics on how to use all of these things in different places, okay? We're going to go through the herbs first, and then I'm going to get into specifics. Do not put cayenne pepper in your bath, okay? You're going to be itching on the glory. You're going to be burning. Don't put that shit in your bath. Please, for the love of God, don't do that. That would be the... Don't do that. Whether you're a man or a woman, that little pee-pee hole is going to be fighting for his life. All right? Don't do that. Okay? Okay. Next, we have basil. All right? Basil invites in positive energy and ancestral, I could say, protection. All right, basil is a great, fantastic herb for ancestry or ancestor veneration or whatever you want to call it. Okay, it's a perfect herb for your altar or any ancestral practices. It is also a good herb to use for like meditations or anything like that, or to just have in your space, okay? Because it just brings in that positive vibe, okay? I don't know what it is about basil that really just does it for me when it comes to positivity, all right? Shit. Okay, there we go. All right. Next, garlic. All right. Garlic is good for warding off negative energy and evil eye. Okay, so we know anything about evil eye. We know evil eye is basically negative energy being sent from one person to another. Okay, garlic is good to keep that energy at bay. It is also good for keeping negative energy away from you, period. Garlic is a very, very strong herb. Or, yeah, I guess you could call it a herb. All right, very strong, and it works very well. This is why you see it in things like vampire movies and shit like that. All of that stuff is basically telling you something without telling you something. Okay, so if you pay attention, then you'll get it. All right, but that's one of the reasons why we see garlic so often used in spiritual type movies. Okay. Okay. I need to move this fan. This heater. It's a little chilly. Alright, that's better. Alright. Next, I'm going to move this over a little bit. So we can go to the next thing. And we're going to do a review of this whole board when we're finished. So if you are just coming in or you missed anything, no fear. Alright? I gotta make sure I spell this one right. Now, this will probably be the only one that you wouldn't normally have in your spice cabinet. Okay? Cascarilla. Now, cascarilla is nothing more... Well, you'll have it in your house, but you probably won't have it already pre-made or whatever. It's nothing more than eggshells. That's all that it is. It's just a nice little term for grounded up eggshells. Okay? Now, cascarilla powder is very powerful because it blocks all spiritual entities, good and bad. And this is why you got to be careful with this, because we want good entities, aka ancestors, spirit guides, so on and so forth, in our space. But cascarilla powder can block all of that shit. Okay? It is like a one size fit all, everybody's included, we not picking no sides type of herb. So you really want to be careful if you are to use this, in the way that you use it, and the places that you use it. So I wouldn't use this anywhere near my altar. I wouldn't use this anywhere near where I may do spiritual work or meditation, which is spiritual work, or anything like that. This would be better maybe at your front door, or a back door, or a window, or something like that, or for a specific type of ritual. Okay? So, for example, if I'm using cascarilla powder, I might, use it when I'm doing a full deep cleanse of my home. But after I do that full deep cleanse, I'm going to sweep this up, and then I'm going to re-invite the positive spirits back into my space. So this requires a couple of extra steps in order for you to really, make sure that you got the right energies in your space and not just block out everything. Okay? Very, very, very powerful powder, and it creates almost a barrier. So if you guys have seen like those witch movies and they are in that circle of powder, okay, 9 times out of 10, that's probably a symbolic way of using cascarilla powder. Okay, I'm gonna back the board up and we're gonna go through all of these once I finish. Okay, I only got a couple more and then we're gonna do a review of the full board. All right, next, rosemary. We love a good rosemary. Okay, so rosemary is good for purifying and cleansing negative energy. Okay, if you're just joining, the board will be backed up in a second for everybody to see everything. Right now, we got a couple more to get through, and then we're going to review the entire board. So just be patient, all right? Also, the comment sections, we are community over here. We're family over here. So if you see somebody coming in and asking some of the same questions, politely fill them in, all right? Also, thank you guys for the gifts. All right, next. Lavender. All right. Lavender is a 2-for-1 special, so it cleanses while also bringing in good and calming energy. Okay, you're welcome. So it does 2 things at once. All right, it brings in peaceful or calming energy, but it also can cleanse a space at the same time. So we love lavender. All right, and last but not least, for our beginner friendly ones, make sure I spell this right. Is it 2 L's? No, okay. Patchouli. I think that's how you say it. Patchouli is another one that may not necessarily be in your seasoning cabinet, your spice cabinet, but you can purchase this fairly easily. Okay, you can get this off of Amazon. You can get this in incense form, oil form, whatever. All right. Now, patchouli oil or patchouli period patchouli oil is one of my favorite ones when it comes to abundance and cleansing. Okay, this is a perfect herb to have in your workspace. This is a perfect herb to have in your kitchen area. Okay, and we're going to talk about the significance of the kitchen. This is a great one to have by your front door. This is a great one to have in a spray bottle. All right, you can get a couple drops of patchouli oil and some water. Spray it a couple times throughout the house. Okay, you mix this with some lavender, maybe a little rosemary, baby. You got you a good little spray. Okay, you can boil it on the stove, put it in a nice little spray bottle. Or spray it on yourself. Okay, you can spray it on yourself. You can spray it in the room. It don't matter. Okay, it don't matter. Either way, you're gonna be good to go. All right. right, so let's do a quick review of all of our, can y'all see all of them? Let me zoom out. All of our herbs that we've gone over so far. Okay? All right, look like you can see all of them. Okay, cool. So, salt is our foundational herb. Well, salt is not really an herb, but it's our foundational shit. I don't even know what to call it. It's salt. Shit. It's good for a foundation. All right. It's good for protection and overall cleansing. Okay. Salt can be used by itself. This could be table salt. This could be sea salt. This could be pink Himalayan salt. It don't matter. Salt is salt. Okay. Sea salt is the best kind for you to use. However, if we're talking about traditional hoodoo, we're talking about traditional spiritual practices, sea salt was not always available. So our grandmamas and they grandmamas and they grandmamas, they just use table salt. Okay. They just use table salt. Table salt is going to do the same damn thing. You're going to be fine. Okay. Now, if you can't get sea salt, get sea salt. If you can't get pink Himalayan salt, get pink Himalayan salt. However, our ancestors didn't have no motherfucking problem throwing that table salt around and getting the results that they needed. All right. And that's just that on that. Black pepper. Black pepper is a protection spice, okay? And it helps to protect you against negative energies and entities. Energies and entities. Okay? Energies and entities. So this negative people, negative environments, negative whoever, whatever, wherever, whenever. Now, all of these you can use traditionally anywhere. It don't just have to be in your home. This could be used in your car. This could be used at work. This could be used wherever the fuck else you go. Okay, you can keep a little baggie of this, and we're gonna go over mojo bags. You can keep a little piece of this on your person at all times if you want to. Okay? Protection knows no bounds. Protection knows no just one environment. Protection goes where you go, or wherever you want it to go. Okay? Cayenne pepper. Now, cayenne pepper is one of my favorite spices to use in protection work, especially if you are encountering a lot of stronger entities or spirits on a daily basis. So if you're doing spiritual work, if you're working around a lot of people, like a hospital or a prison or a mental health facility or a school, or something where you're in a lot of constant contact with all types of different energies, this is a great one to have with you at all times, and also a great one to have in certain places in your home. Okay, and I'm gonna give y'all a mixture of my favorite little mix for my house that I put everywhere in my house, so that y'all can also protect yourselves. Okay, basil invites positive energy while also inviting in ancestral protection. Basil is a great herb for ancestral work. Okay, so this is a great one to have near your ancestor altar. This is a great one to use when meditating. This is a great one to use again by your front door, or anywhere that you want ancestors to be, in your car, at work, whatever. Okay, all of these can be used anywhere, but I'm gonna point out specific things about whatever herbs. Okay. Garlic wards off negativity and evil eye. Okay, so if you are just using it for basic protection of negativity, negative energy, then that's cool. But also, if you got a bitch that need to be checked, sometimes it be like that. But garlic. Now, you can use garlic powder, you can use fresh garlic, you can use garlic clove, it don't matter, okay? But yeah, you combine a little garlic with a little cayenne pepper, baby, they not gonna want to step to you another time. They not gonna wanna fuck with you never again. Okay? They not gonna be able to do shit with you. You understand? That garlic and that cayenne pepper combination will smite a bitch. Okay? Just smite her. Alright, anyway. Cascarilla powder, which is, let me put it in parentheses. Which is powdered eggshells. I'm going to go through how to use all of these in a second. Okay? Powdered eggshells. Okay? Now, cascarilla powder is very powerful because it serves as a spiritual barrier. Alright? It serves as a spiritual barrier. Y'all can't see? Hold on. Let me bring it in a little bit. Okay. Better. It blocks all spiritual entities. So cascarilla powder is one of them ones that you want to be very careful with, and if you do use it, then you want to make sure that you re-invite certain spirits back into the space, because it will basically block all that shit out. So you want to be very careful with this. If you don't know how to use it, don't use it. Okay? That's one of them ones. I'm gonna put a star beside it, because some of y'all hard-headed as fuck. That's one of them ones that, you know, you need more experience and practice with to perfect using that specific thing. Okay, cool. Rosemary purifies and cleanses your space and removes negative energies as well. Okay. Lavender cleanses while bringing in good, calming, or peaceful energy. All right, lavender is one of everybody's favorites. This is why lavender helps you go to sleep. This is why lavender helps you relax. Lavender helps you chill. The beautiful thing about lavender and rosemary, honestly, but more so lavender, if you like Mary Jane, you can add a little couple of pieces of lavender to your Mary Jane. Thank me later, okay? You gonna sleep like you've never slept before. You gonna be the calmest thing to ever walk this planet. You understand? You sprinkle a little bit of lavender in that thing, baby, they're gonna be waking you up. All right, that's just that on that. And then patchouli. Patchouli comes usually more traditionally. People find patchouli in patchouli oil, okay, or patchouli incense. You can find loose, like dried patchouli as well, but that may be a little bit more harder to find. And probably not the best way to work with it, honestly, because patchouli works better if you can spray it or if you can smoke it. For some reason, those be the best. Thank you for the beans. Those be the best things. All right, cool. All right, screenshot it, save it, do what you need to do, and then we're gonna move on to how to use some of these things and some of my favorite uses of these herbs. If you want to find any of this stuff dried up, usually you can go to a herbal store, a spiritual store, or Amazon is always, you know, just find a good seller. Amazon really depends on the seller, right? So there's different sellers on Amazon. As long as, you know, you kind of have an idea of who the seller is, you go to the seller's page and kind of look through what they got, what they offer and all that, then that's cool, okay? Some people don't like Amazon, but it just depends on the seller, okay? But if you can't go in person, go in person. If you can't go to a herbal store or like an Asian market, Asian markets usually have all the fucking herbs, or, you know, things like that. Okay? Alright, so let's go through some ways that you can use these herbs. And then I'm going to give y'all a couple recipes for different things. And then we're going to get into spiritual gifts. If you missed anything, subscribe to my YouTube. It's in my bio. This will be posted tomorrow rising for those who missed anything, any parts of this. All right. Now let me say this. All spiritual work is governed by intention. All right? Now I gotta say this before I start giving y'all these recipes and all of these breakdowns and shit. Because a lot of y'all be having nasty ass intentions and y'all be trying to put spells on people and do rituals on people and shit because they cut you off in traffic or because they talking to your baby daddy. And that's not what the fuck we doing. Alright? I'm never going to be one of them spiritualists that's going to give you all of this information and have you think you can run out here and try to jump on the next bitch. We not doing that. We're not doing that. Okay? We don't do revenge motherfucking spiritual work over here. Okay? We are high vibrational beings. The only way we're going to use our work to affect a person is if that person has brought us harm, our family harm, or our children harm. You don't do no motherfucking spiritual work on nobody just because you don't like them or just because they made you mad. We don't do that. We don't do no love spells and none of that bullshit on people just because we're desperate and we ain't do no motherfucking shadow work. We don't play like that over here. Okay? Poca is never going to lead you down a motherfucking path of destruction. Because one thing that's real is karma. Alright? And when you fuck with somebody's free will because you got negative ass intentions, you gonna run that shit back. Yeah. Spirit gonna come collect they one. And you just gonna have to eat that. And can't nobody save you. And the thing about karma is, it don't come in just the way that you did it. So you could have did a spell. But that karma can come and take some real shit from you. I done seen people lose their kids because you want to do some dumb shit. Okay? We not doing that. And I just got to say that because some of y'all is real nasty in the heart space. And you need to go clean that shit the fuck up before you be over here trying to touch some goddamn herbs and call yourself doing a spell or two. Go clean that heart space up. Go get that heart chakra aligned. Before you be over here fucking with the wrong things. And then somebody got to put you on a t-shirt. Because you want to play. And the worst karma you can get is what we call long suffering. That's them people that stay in and out the goddamn hospital. Fuck around and find out if you want to. Okay? You gonna run up a fucking medical bill playing around. We don't do that bullshit over here. I had to say that because I felt it brewing. I felt it. I could feel it brewing. I was picking up on it. I said, some people in here don't got the right spirit. They gonna try to use this shit for something else. We're not doing it. Alright, moving the fuck on. Okay. I just had to say that. Yes, we'll get into divination in a second. But I had to say that. Yes, and some people are very protected. You can't be out here just fucking with anybody. Okay? Everybody don't look like the spiritual ranking that they got. I'm going to repeat that for the people in the back. Everybody don't look like the spiritual ranking that they got. So you may think that you see a person like, oh, they ain't shit. Joke will be on you real fast, real quick. Just saying. Alright. Spiritual protection don't gotta look, babe. It's an energy. And you fuck around and you find out if you want to. Okay. How to use protection herbs. Alright. The first one we're going to cover is a floor wash. Floor washes are very, very, very helpful. Very helpful. Very needed. Okay? Floor washes are very underestimated when it comes to protecting your space. Okay? So, in a floor wash, You will take the herbs that you want to use and you will add them to water. Alright? You'll take the herbs that you want to use and you will add them to water. Now, a floor wash is not only for the floors specifically. You can take the same combination that you would use for a floor wash and you can use it in other places, right? So this is when we get into washing your walls, okay? So your walls, your windows, your doors, etc. Okay, I'm gonna get into some floor wash ingredients. We're gonna go through some recipes in a second, but let's go in order so that I don't lose my train of thought. All right, next is a door or window wash. Same thing as a floor wash, but of course the only difference is the location. All right. Now this is the gag with Florida water. You can make your own Florida water and it will be 100% way more effective and more powerful than using the run-of-the-mill Florida water. That shit is cologne. That shit is scent. Okay? That Florida water that them people sell is made in a fucking factory. They combine some ingredients like they making some juice and they put that shit in a bottle. Alright? The only thing about it is people's intentions is what gives that power. So the power within you is what gives that Florida water power. That shit ain't nothing but some watered down cologne in a bottle. Alright? So for Florida water can be any ingredient of herbs or any combination of herbs that you want, plus vodka. Alright? Or you can use white rum. So any combination of ingredients that you want, any combination of herbs that you want, and you can, specify it for whatever you're using it for. So you can make like a Florida water for protection. You can make a Florida water for peace, for love. It don't fucking matter. Any combination of herbs you want to use, plus vodka or white rum. Okay? And you want to put it all in a mason jar, and you want to sit that mason jar off to the side in a dark space for at least 2 weeks. Alright? That way the herbs can soak into the vodka or the rum, and it'll, all come together. Okay? You can add a little bit of water to it if you want, but it's not necessarily necessary. Alright? Well, like I said, I'm going to get into some recipes in a second, but I had to stop and say that because I know I'll lose my train of thought. That Florida water that y'all get from the stores, baby, that shit don't do nothing. It's not like them people is in there meditating over it or something. Okay? They just adding ingredients into a big ass bowl in somebody's factory and then putting that shit in bottles and then selling it. You know what I'm saying? It's not like they having a fucking seance or something and they sitting around, invoking some spirits or something. Okay? That shit is scent. It ain't nothing but a little piece of smell in a little bottle. Okay? Alright, I just had to say that. Okay. Doors and windows. Okay, so this is for doorways and window sills. Yeah, okay. Yeah, make sure I spell this shit right. For y'all be like, Poca can't spell. Or around your home. Okay? Next, Mojo bags, which are some of my favorite. Okay? Mojo bags are herbs in a small pouch. Okay? Mojo bags are good to keep on your person. So these are good for your purse. Your if it's small enough, it can go in your wallet. If it's small enough, these could go, I mean, anywhere in your car. You can hang it from your rearview mirror. You can put it in your glove compartment, whatever. This could be set on your desk at work or whatever. It can be in your pocket. You can put it in your bra for my ladies. Whatever, okay? This is that on site, on person type of thing. All right? Then we have a hand and foot wash. Okay? So these are herbs that you put in water, and you will use these to wash your hands or to soak your feet. Okay? This is good for, like, let's say you put a whole bunch of abundance herbs together because you want to bring in more abundance. You put all that in some water, and you can put your hands in it. You can soak your hands in it. You can soak your hands in it if you need to. If you want to clear your path, do a path cleansing ritual or something like that, or even a protection ritual, you can, you know, put your feet in this blend or mixture of herbs, whatever. Okay, put my charger over here for this phone die. All right, cool. This is really good to do at least once a month. Just for fuck's sake, okay? This is good to just make sure that you keeping yourself protected and that you're keeping the flow of abundance coming in, all right? And last but not least, one that we're all familiar with, spiritual baths, okay? Spiritual baths. All right, you can boil the herbs together, or you can just put the herbs in the water and mix it. It's completely up to you. Follow your intuition. All of these things, you need to be intuition led. All right, so that you can make sure you're doing what's right for you at that moment. Maybe this month you do your spiritual hand and foot wash and boil herbs, and next month maybe you don't need to boil the herbs. It don't matter. Okay, it don't matter, because it's more about the energy versus it necessarily being like if you were to be trying to really infuse it as far as like taste or something, right? So it's more energetic than it is anything. Now you can boil it, you know what I'm saying, but it's not necessarily necessary. Okay. Now, let's go through a couple things real fast. Now, with the spiritual bath, you always shower first. Don't get your funky ass, dirty ass in that spiritual bath. Don't you damn do it. Number two, because of the fact that whenever you take a spiritual bath, you want to air dry the herbs and stuff into your skin. You want that shit to settle into your being. So you don't want to get out and then have to take a shower because you're just washing off everything that you just damn did. That's pointless. And then number two, who wants to sit in a damn bathtub full of herbs and dirt? That's just crazy. Wash your ass first. Take you a good old shower. You know what I'm saying? Wash that butt. Get between them, get the back of the ears, get that belly button, get in between them toes, and all that good stuff. And then you run your water and you get in your spiritual bath. Secondly, with a spiritual bath, you can go on Amazon and get the little tea bags. Okay, the empty tea bags, the tea bags where you can make your own tea and put it in there. You can get that and put your herbs into that. Or you can get a strainer. They have a tub strainer that can go in your drain, because you're not going to clog your shit up and be like, well, Poca said. Poca did not say go clog your shit up. Alright? So you can either use a tea bag and do it that way. They also have like the little tea, little, I don't know if it's not a diffuser. The little tea things that use like a ball, and you put your herbs in it and then you close it. You can drop that in there. Alright? Don't just be sprinkling herbs into your tub all willy-nilly as if that shit is gonna go down the drain. Okay? Don't do that. Alright? I'm trying to save y'all some plumbing and whatever the fuck else in a backed up ass tub. Don't do that. Alright? What else? There was something else I wanted to specify. I think what else? There was something else I wanted to specify. I think that's the only specifics. Go ahead and screenshot this, copy this, and then we're going to get into some recipes. Cheesecloth, you can use cheesecloth, but just make sure that you wrap that thing up real good so that none of the herbs leak out. So maybe rubber band it up or something, you know what I'm saying, where it's nice and secure. But yeah, you can use that. Anything that's going to allow the herbs to strain is good without having the herbs loose. Now, in your spiritual bath, if you're using something like rose petals and they're big, you know what I'm saying, or orange slices or lemon slices or something like that, then that's fine. You don't necessarily have to put that in something, because you could just scoop that out. You know what I'm saying? Anything that you could just scoop out with your hand and it won't go down the drain, then you don't really have to do all the specifics. But if you're using loose leaf herbs, then you want to put it in something where you're going to be very upset. Okay? Also, do not use any peppers in your spiritual bath. Don't use no garlic in that spiritual bath. Okay? Certain herbs do not go in the spiritual bath because of the fact that that little cake, that little hot tamale, she's going to be screaming. Okay? She's going to be yelling. It's going to be spicy in there. Don't do that. So kind of research your herbs before you add them in there like that. You know what I'm saying? Just to make sure that it's things that go along with whatever. Don't put no peppermint in there. Don't put no peppers in there. No garlic, no cinnamon. Don't do it. Okay? You're going to be screaming for your life. And Poca's going to be nowhere in sight to help you. Don't do that. Alright? If there's a herb that you really want to use, put it in some water, put that in a spray bottle, and just spray it or something. Don't bathe in everything. Yes, you can use a sock as well. Make sure that the sock is clean and washed. Okay? Use no dirty ass sock. That defeats the purpose. But yes, you can use a sock. Right? You can also use pantyhose. Pantyhose is also really good if you ain't got no cheesecloth or something. I done used pantyhose a couple times when I ain't had shit. You know what I'm saying? As long as they ain't got no rip in it, do what you need to do. If in doubt, or if that's your last, your last resort, But if you have options, go on Amazon. You can get a pack of like 100 of them empty tea bags for like $10. You know what I'm saying? Hello, everybody. Yeah, please don't put no ginger in your bath. Please don't do that. No garlic, no none of that. It's spicy. That little cake is going to be crying. It's going to be falling off the bone. Okay? Again, thank you guys for the gifts. If you do want to show your love and appreciation for this lesson or for this community, feel free to give. Same thing on Big O. Feel free to give beans if you are appreciating the message, the tips, the tools, all of that. Yes, baby, off the bone. It's going to be falling off the bone. Okay, everybody good on this? Because we about to move on to a couple of recipes that I personally like. Again, if you missed anything, if you have missed anything, if you need to leave or something like that, make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube. It's linked in my bio. That will allow you to go back and watch this from the beginning. Tomorrow rising. Alright? Thank you, honey. Alright, let's get into some quick recipes, and then we're going to go over spiritual gifts. How to find your spiritual gift, how to tap into your spiritual gift, all of that. This will be a two-parter today. If you're just joining, this your first time watching me, shout out to you. Drop some hearts in the comments. Also, every Monday and Wednesday we do lessons. Our lesson on Monday, we went over, what was the lesson on Monday, y'all? Hell, I don't even goddamn remember. I'm trying to think. Anyway, Monday and Wednesdays we do our lessons, usually around 4 or 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hello to all the new people. Yes, we did crystals and meditation. Thank you. Crystals and meditation was on Monday. That video is already on YouTube. So for those who want to get some tips and tools for crystals, we went over crystals, we went over meditation, we went over smudging, we went over a couple of different things. Yeah. All right. Thank you. Shout out to all of y'all newbies for being here. Make sure that you follow so that you can keep up. Mondays and Wednesdays I go live. We do our lessons between 4 and 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tuesdays, Fridays, and Sundays we do readings. Okay, we do collective messages over here. That's usually between the same time. And then Thursdays we do a topic and a Q&A. Or a panel, depending on what we got going on. All right? There we go. Oh, it's not letting me pin it. Anywho, Nigel put my YouTube in the comments, so yeah, that's that. Okay, cool. So I'm going to give you guys one of my favorite recipes for your door and window sills. Okay? Now, this mixture can either be sprinkled at your door, sprinkled in the windowsill, or you can put it in a little baggie or a small mason jar in the places that you want it. Okay? So this is what I would call seasoning the house. Seasoning the house. Okay? I'm gonna season that motherfucker. Alright? And this is going to help with protection. This is going to help with keeping the energy clear, calm, peaceful, all of that stuff. All right? If you don't put this nowhere else, it needs to be mandatory by your front door, mandatory in your windowsills. Now, I put it by every door in my house. I don't give a fuck. Door to the closet, door to the next room, door to the outside, door to the balcony if you got one. I don't give a damn. Anywhere there's a door, it's going to be a little bit of seasoning somewhere. Okay? Whether, again, you put it in a little baggie or you sprinkle it loosely or you put it in a small mason jar. You can go on Amazon, or you can go to like a restaurant depot or something like that, or even a dollar store and get those little small baby mason jars. Those are perfect for things like this. Because somebody asked me about, like, what about bugs and ants and stuff like that? You get you a small little mason jar and seal it up, and you can put it wherever you need to put it, and it's going to do the same thing. Okay? Now, the thing with when we are putting together these mixtures, when we are putting together these recipes, the reason why I gave you what each herb does is because you need to have that in your mind when you're mixing these things, so that you can put intention into what you're doing. So for example, when I add the salt, I'm adding the salt for overall protection and to build my protective foundation, blah, 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 blah. I'm adding this garlic to keep these people out in negativity, wop, wop, wop. I'm adding this pepper for blah, 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 blah. I'm adding this basil for blah, 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 blah. You want to be intentional when you're doing your ritual work, your spell work. We always move with intention. You're never just throwing shit together and just thinking that it's doing what it needs to do. No. All of those herbs have properties, but those properties need to be told what to do. It's like having employees. The employees know based on what the requirements are, what their job is supposed to be. However, they need daily instruction. I know overall what I can do and what I'm supposed to be doing, but I need you to tell me exactly what you need today. Yes, I know how to type, but what do you need me to type? You understand? Yes, I know how to, put together a report, but what am I putting together the report on? All right? So you want to think of these things as little employees that need to be told what to do and how to show up for you. All right? Because you are the magic. That's important to remember. You are the magic. Everything else is just a tool. But tools have no purpose unless someone is using them. A hammer can hammer, but until I pick that bitch up and hammer something, it serves no purpose. Okay? A screwdriver could screw motherfucking screws in. But if I'm not using it, it serves no purpose. It's just going to sit there. Right? Same thing with herbs, same thing with incense, same thing with anything that you use in the spiritual community. Crystals, it don't matter. You have to tell those things how to show up for you and what you need them to do for them to be the most effective. People think you just have shit in your space and it's just going to do something. No, that's not how it works. All right? I just had to put that out there before we move on. All right, so this recipe that I'm going to give you is for your doors and window sills. However, you can also put this in like a little mojo bag or a little mason jar, and you can put it wherever you feel like you need it, okay? Because this will be for protection, all right? So if you want to put it in your car, you can put a little something in your car, in your purse, whatever. It don't fucking matter, all right? First ingredient, what y'all think the first ingredient is before I even say it? Let's see if y'all been paying attention. What's going to be my first ingredient? Just off the strength. No wrong answers. So just go for it. Okay, period. Somebody been paying attention. Salt. Again, this could be sea salt. This could be table salt. This could be pink Himalayan salt. I don't care. Just get you some salt, baby. Alright? Salt. Then I'm going to go in with black pepper. Cayenne pepper. For this, we're going to use garlic powder. Okay? Garlic powder. We don't want to put no regular garlic in there because it will spoil and it's going to start molding, and who wants that? That's just not fun. Yes, this will be saved and put on YouTube, so click the link in my bio on the YouTube link and it will take you directly there. Also, again, gifts are appreciated. It's just a way of showing your appreciation for the space. Feel free to do so. You can load up your gifts at the bottom of the screen. All right? Next. Ginger powder. Thank you for the gifts. Ginger powder is one of them girls. She's also a very powerful girl. Okay? Ginger gets down, she does not play. And we love her real bad. Alright? Now, this by itself is strong enough to do what we needed to do. Remember, when you're using certain herbs, each herb has its own properties. Some properties are stronger than others. So you don't have to combine a whole bunch of shit just to say you're doing something. Okay? If you can use the least amount of herbs with the most power, that's the better alternative than using 1,000 herbs. And it's just, you know, you didn't have to do all that. Alright? So we're going to leave it at this. Mix all of this together. Again, with each herb that you add, you want to be intentional. What purpose is it serving for you? What is it doing for you? Okay? You're going to mix all of this up in a nice little bowl. You're going to whip it up. And then you're going to put it however you want to put it. If you're going to add that, thank you for the gifts, guys. If you're going to add that to a mason jar, if you're going to add that to a mojo bag, and you can get little mojo bags on Amazon, okay? It's like the little bags that you put little stuff in and you pull it with the little string, okay? Make sure that, you know, if you're going to use those, you get the ones that are velvety. That way the mixtures don't seep through the little holes, okay? Because some of them have little holes in them, okay? And some of the herbs are small enough to kind of spill through that, okay? Or you can go on the outside of your home and sprinkle it at your front door in the front. Okay? If you're going to use it on your windowsill, you can sprinkle it right there in a nice little line. Or you can use a mason jar, the small mason jars. Or if you want to use the velvet drawstring bags, then you can do that as well. However you want to do it is however you want to do it. This mixture will not attract bugs. If anything, it will repel bugs. Bugs do not like cayenne pepper. They do not like that shit. They do not fucking like it. Trust me. I don't usually put it in anything. I will sprinkle that shit. And I've never had a problem with bugs. Okay? For anybody who is afraid. If you want to spray it, yes. You can put it in water and you can use it as a spray. Yes, you absolutely can. This can also be put in a floor wash. Just make sure that you add a lot of water, especially if you have hardwood floors, because some of these herbs can be strong enough to strip your floors. So you want to be careful. You want to make sure that you dilute it really good. Okay? This is more of a protection door and window wash. So I wouldn't necessarily use cinnamon. Cinnamon is more so for abundance, fortune. Cinnamon is more so for like sweetness. It's more so for like getting things through the spiritual realm, kind of like breaking through that barrier to really get things to the other side. Yes, attracting. Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily use cinnamon in any type of protection ritual. If it's just a protection ritual, I wouldn't really use cinnamon. But if you feel led to throw some cinnamon in there, then you can do whatever you want to do. This is just to use this as like a template. Okay? If you have pets, put it in a mason jar. Don't put it in the mojo bag. Just go ahead and put it in one of the little small mason jars. Because you don't want no pet to come eat it, rip through it, nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? So put it in the mason jar if you got pets. Or especially if you have small babies or something like that, you know. Tighten it real good and put it somewhere, you know what I'm saying? Now, you can put it behind the door, but even then, shit, if you got a baby or a pet, that shit don't stop nobody. But yeah, you can put it behind the door. You can put it across the door seal. If it's just you in there, then do what you want. But if you're trying to protect a pet or a baby, then get that shit, you know, seal it up good, because you don't want nothing to go wrong, and you know. Not your neighbor going through a demonic possession, baby. What? What is going on here? Now, this combination can also be used, and use this with discretion. I feel like I gotta really capitalize on saying that. Use it with fucking discretion. Don't be out here just doing shit to people just to be evil. But this could be used as what we call a hot foot powder as well. So you can sprinkle it in the path of people who have affected you negatively. I hate telling y'all shit like this because I always feel like somebody gonna use it in a bad way. It's always that one person that's gonna take it and do some bullshit with it, but other people need to know. You can sprinkle it somewhere that you know people are gonna walk that may have done something to you, affected you physically, affected your kids. It gotta be some wicked. It gotta be something wicked. It gotta be something deserving of you retaliating. Okay? You can use it like that. You can also finna go to my baby daddy, baby mom house and sprinkle it right at their door. And spirit gonna fuck you up. And spirit gonna fuck you right on up. And I hope that they do. Because this is the shit that I'm talking about. Okay? And spirit gonna grab you by the nape of your neck. The nape of your neck. And pull out every baby hair that you got. And you're gonna wake up bald. And I hope it happens. Don't go fucking with people. You don't know who was protected by who. Just because you don't like them don't mean that they not protected. Shit. She messed with my daughter and some more, but I'll leave it alone. Listen, the best revenge you can get is sending your ancestors. Okay? Don't do it. Don't do it. And that shit can backfire, yes, and it can hit your kids. Yes, you can sprinkle it in the front of your home. So let's say, like, if, for example, let's say, like, somebody keep coming to your door and, like, fucking with you or something, right? You can sprinkle it in front of your house, okay? You can sprinkle it around the perimeter of your home as well. Now, this is the gag when you start using herbs like this as a perimeter protection. Some people not gonna come in your house no more, and you gonna be real confused. Like, why you don't want to come in? And they be the people that you least expect. Like, why you don't want to come in the house? Or they come in and they don't want to stay long. This shit is not fair. Okay, favor ain't fair, protection ain't fair. So you gonna find out a lot about some of the people that you got coming in and out of your space when you start using this shit. You gonna be like, damn, some of these motherfuckers ain't for me. Shit, I didn't know it would be you. I didn't know it would be you. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know it would be you. It's crazy. If your husband leave and he was a negative energy that had to go, babe, this shit, it don't play fair. It don't play fair. It will keep the enemy out. Whoever the enemy is. And we don't always know who the enemy is. That's just that. Motherfuckers will not want to come in. And if they come in, they will not want to stay long and they will be uncomfortable as fuck. And they're going to find a reason to leave. So I'm just giving you a heads up. If motherfuckers start acting like, oh no, I don't have to come to your house. You could just meet me here. And oh no, I'll just see you there. Or we could just meet there. Listen, okay? Listen. Listen. All right, so that's the protection one. I'm going to do an abundance recipe, and then I'm going to do a spiritual bath recipe. So this is a protection base. Okay? Again, use that as a template. You don't have to use it to the T. Yes, you can put it in a spray bottle and spray it around. Yes, absolutely. If you feel intuitively guided to use other herbs to these mixtures, then feel free. Okay, feel free. All right, so this will be an abundance one. Now, before you use or you do any abundance mixtures, do a protection one or a cleansing one first. Okay? Don't never do no abundance rituals, spell work, none of that shit, and you ain't protected or cleansed your space. That just is slow. Okay? Thank you for the gift, babe. That we don't do that. Alright? That don't make sense. What about a shower? I don't have a bath at the moment. If you have if you only have a shower, put it in a spray bottle and spray yourself after you cut the water off. Again, make sure it's herbs that you can put on your body. Don't spray yourself with no ginger or nothing, and then you be burning and itching and shit. I was basically asking what would happen, and she told me, and that ain't my type of work. Okay, yeah. Can I put a jar or mojo bag in my car? Yes. Absolutely, absolutely. I will recommend that, especially if, well, shit, period. You need to be protected as you're traveling in your car. But, yeah, I would definitely recommend putting something in your car for fucking sure. Okay? For shit show. Alright? But yes, before you do any abundance rituals, spell work, I don't care if it's a candle. Don't you do none of that shit until you have cleansed and protected your space. Alright? I don't care. I don't care if you just did a cleansing 2 days ago. Before you do an abundance ritual or anything, you need to cleanse again. Period. Now, it don't always have to be herbs. You can smudge. You can use your sage. Okay? Your white sage, your dragon's blood sage. We went through all of those on the meditation and crystals lesson that we did Monday. That is on YouTube. Go watch that full one first and then watch this one. Can you do a different protection for each window, like black salt in one and pepper in the other one? Baby, you can do whatever you feel led to do. That's the beautiful thing about spirituality. It's not a one size fit all. As long as you understand the basics, the principles, how everything goes, whatever you're led to do. If you're led to do a window for something, a window for each thing, do a window for each thing. It's your world. It's your world. You do whatever you feel guided to do. Okay? Thank you for the gift, baby. Alright, so this is an abundance one. So, our base. We already know what our base is. Salt. Salt is going to add that layer of protection to your abundance ritual. We don't just do abundance rituals without some layer of protection in there. You know what I'm saying? We don't do that. Alright, you always want to have a little protection going on. Alright? Then we're going to use cinnamon. Cinnamon is going to be an amazing herb for abundance, prosperity. This is good to use in love rituals as well. And when we do love rituals, we do them on ourselves or we do them on our love life. We don't do them on people. I'm sick of you hoes doing love spells on niggas, and then them niggas is obsessed with you, and then they motherfucking put you in a car and put you in a trunk and lock that hoe. You know what I'm saying? Stop doing goofy shit. Spirituality is not for you to do no goofy ass shit. Don't put no motherfucking love spells on nobody, and then we motherfucking got you on a t-shirt by next Tuesday because the nigga can't live without you. So now you and him gone. This shit happen all the time, and I'm sick of it. Stop doing that. Y'all be watching these videos, y'all be pressed. You bitches need to heal. Now, we do spirituality a little different over here. I'm not one of them spirituals that's like, yeah, I do. No, fuck all that. Go heal, bitch. Go work on yourself, work on your soul. Your soul is fucked up. You probably got daddy issues or mommy issues or something that's wrong with your motherfucking antennas. If you're going to do a love spell, do that shit on yourself. The man in the mirror. Start there, like Michael Jackson. Shit, he had the right idea. He said he's starting with the man in the mirror. Get your motherfucking mirrors out. Don't put no goddamn love spells in my body. And I'm sick of y'all doing that shit. God damn it. That shit pisses me off every time. It pisses me off every time. Every time I get pissed off. Golly. Alright, anyway. By the way, I'm a Gemini. I don't know if y'all can tell, but yeah, it be like that. Coffee grounds. Coffee grounds is amazing, amazing, amazing herb. Well, it's not really a herb, but it's amazing. I guess we can call it a herb. Yeah, girl, be having my lips balled up. Shit, I be mad. Coffee grounds is amazing. Okay? This is a great herb to use when you're doing ancestral things, or if you're doing abundance or protection. Well, mainly abundance, prosperity, those type of rituals. Whatever. Okay? You're going to use a little bit of sugar. Okay? Sugar attracts sweetness. We want all of that sweet old energy to come up in and choke us up and choke us to sleep. You know what I'm saying? You just a little bit. If you're going to use sugar in your mixture, you don't have to. Thank you for the gifts, my love. But if you want to use sugar in your mixture, make sure you use a little bit and make sure you put it in a mason jar, because that will attract bugs. All right, don't go heavy-handed with the sugar. We just need the energy and the sweetness, and that's all we need. We not baking a cake. All right, so just get a little bit. Just get it. Just a, you know what I'm saying? Like Salt Bae, just a couple little grains. Okay? If you're just coming in, salt is our foundation. Salt is a good way of protecting whatever spell, whatever ritual you're about to get into. Okay? Yes, baby, we are not baking a cake. We don't need you to, it don't need to be sweet. Okay? This is not for taste. This is for energy. Okay? Thank you for the gifts. Patchouli oil. Couple drops of that patchouli oil. All right, you can get patchouli oil anywhere they sell that shit. Amazon, a spiritual store or shop. Okay, whatever. All right, you can get a little bit of that and sprinkle you a couple little drops into that. Okay, if you get loose patchouli, which I've never seen, but I'm sure they have it. If you get it loose, then you can just put that in there regularly. But 9 times out of 10, you're going to find the oil before you find anything else. And you can't use an instant, because an instant, you know, that's not going to work. So, I'm putting oil just because it's easier to find. Alright? Dried rose petals. Okay? Roses bring in love energy. Roses also bring in sweetness. They also align with your desires or pleasures or passions. Okay? So that's a little topper. That's just a little, you know what I'm saying? A couple little sprinkles of that as a little topper. You know, you can use that as your parsley. Okay? Let the roses be your parsley. All right? Your food sprinkles. This will be your little sprinkles. Okay? This can again go in a mojo bag. This could go, well, if you use sugar, don't put it in a mojo bag because you're going to attract bugs. But if you're not using sugar, then, if you're using sugar, put it in a mason jar. If you're not using sugar, you can put it in anything, okay? But if you're adding sugar, all right, cool. Now, what you can also do is you can take this mixture and add it on top of some honey. Now, this right here, my love, this the one right here. So, you'll take your mixture. Let's say you got a little mason jar. Okay? Don't talk about my motherfucking mason jar, bitch. That's racist. Okay? And you're going to fill it up with honey at the bottom. And then you're going to put your seasonings, all the other stuff you're going to put on top of it. Now, if you're using honey, you don't need sugar. Because You don't really fucking need it. You can use both if you want, but you don't have to if you're using honey. Okay? And you put that in a mason jar and put this. Number one place to put this is your kitchen. Your kitchen is your money center of your home. Okay? Your kitchen is your money center in your home. When you have dirty ass dishes, when you got a nasty ass kitchen, pay attention to your pockets. It's gonna get real ghetto in them motherfuckers. Okay? Holes in your pockets. Holes all in your pants. Pants on the ground. Looking like a fool with your pants on the ground. Hat turn around. Gold in your mouth. You know what I'm saying? Keep that kitchen clean. Keep that stove clean. Alright? Your kitchen is your money center. Why? Because when you get money, you buy food and you fix the food in the goddamn grocery in the kitchen. Alright? So you can put this in near your stove. If you have like one of those little hold on y'all, I'm gonna go through the whole board in a second. Give me a second. If you have one of those little like what is it called, y'all? What's the word I'm looking for? Shelves. Thank you, Spirit. One of them shelves over top of your stove where you can like put shit. Put this little jar right up there. Okay? Put that jar right up top. If you don't have that, then you can put it beside the stove. You can put it, if you have like a island, you can put it in the middle of the island in your kitchen. Whatever. Okay? But keep it near, as close to the stove as you can, in the kitchen area some fucking where. Okay? If your honey has crystallized, get you a thing of hot water and place the bottle inside the hot water. Okay? And it'll start to do what it need to do. It'll start to break back down. I live with family. We're putting this in our kitchen to attract the energy for everyone. Yes. So this could be for everybody. If you live around people that don't necessarily partake in your spiritual practices, keep that shit the fuck away from them. Put that shit in your room or wherever you be at. Okay? Also, with any of these things, with the window seal and the door combination, or with the abundant stuff, or even if you're doing a self-love one, and I'm going to do a self-love one over here as well. Keep that shit away from people who don't believe. Anybody who got nasty ass energy, negative ass energy, and Christians, you know what I'm saying? People who just don't see how you see, and y'all know who the fuck they are. Keep that shit away from the motherfuckers. Because what the hell is the point of us doing all this for a hater to come and try to block the energy? Will we have to discard these jars? If so, how do we go about that? So, I will replace this jar. I would say if you're using it past a month, I will replace it after a month. In order to discard it, you can either, if it's something that you can wash out and just put down the drain and turn on your whichever thing, your y'all know what I'm talking about. Do that. Or you can take what's in the jar, get you a brown paper bag. Brown paper bags are always a great way to dispose of any spiritual tools. Okay? Put it in a brown paper bag, wrap it up, roll it up, do whatever you need to do, and then you can put it in the trash can, or you can put it in the dumpster, or whatever. You can also, if you live by bodies of water, you can dispose it into that body of water. Okay? Is it okay if I don't mix all the ingredients? Yeah. Again, this is just a template. All right? You can take out and exchange and add all all your soul desires. All right? Water is always a great way to dispose of whatever it is. Okay? Yeah, if the water's polluted, don't do that. You know what I'm saying? But if you got like a stream or like a little, a cute little pond or something, you know, something like that. Or if you got a beach, or, you know, don't put it in no dirty ass water, you know, nothing like that. If the water is dirty and it's trifling, and it don't, just fuck the whole idea. Just put that shit down the drain and turn on the disposal thingy and keep it pushing, or put that shit in the brown paper bag and just throw it away. I would be careful with lakes, because lakes can be a little dirty too. And lakes don't always have the best energy, because usually up under a lake is usually a black ass, old ass community. Alright, so that's probably not the best place to put your abundant shit. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you are by a lake that has a black ass community up under it, I would collect some of that water and use it to keep some of them people away from you. These ones, you know what I'm saying? I would, you know, get a little bit of that water, you know what I'm saying? If you work around some of them people that's a little nasty to you, and they don't share ancestry, you know what I'm saying? I would get a little bit of that water and keep it around, you know what I'm saying? Everything is magic, baby. Everything is magic. It's just all about intentions. It's all about your intentions. But you collect a little bit of that goddamn water, and then if you work around them people, maybe keep it on your desk or something. You know what I'm saying? Let them ancestors that then soak up in that water fight your battles. No tea, no shade. Okay, another tool that I like to use too. Get you some either vodka or white rum, and this is for your car. Now, if you got like bad tags, or if you just don't want to get pulled over, or if you just want to kind of be invisible on the road from cops, car accidents, all of the things. Oh yes, thank you for bringing up bay leaves. That's what I forgot. Add bay leaves to this as well. Thank you for whoever that was that put that in the comments. Hold on, I'm about to see. China doll. Thank you, baby. That was the one I forgot. I knew I forgot something. But get you some vodka, get you some white rum, okay? And this is what you're gonna do. This is gonna keep you safe when you are traveling. If you want to be incognito while you're, you know, driving while black, you know what I'm saying? Shit. If you don't want the cops on you, if you got bad tags, if your registration ain't right, whatever, okay? Car problems, car issues. Take that white rum or that vodka. The repo man too, baby, all that. Anything dealing with your car. Take that white vodka or that white rum or that vodka. Put some in your mouth and spit it on the front of your car. I know y'all probably like, girl, what the hell? Spit it. Spit it and spray spit. You know what I'm talking about? Where it gets everything. Now, if you just wash your car, then you want to have a clean car, you want to get pulled over. You pick one, okay? Spray spit that shit on the front of your car, and if you want to throw in a little razzle-dazzle, do it to the back of your car too. Baby, when I say you will be incognito. All right? Poca does not have a driver's license. I have not had a driver's license since, I don't know, but I've been driving since I was 14 years old. I've never gotten pulled over. And I don't drive speed limits. I don't do speed limits. Now, I'm not saying go out here and be a race car driver or a NASCAR driver. That's not what the fuck I'm saying. I'm not telling you to go out here and make yourself look crazy. But I'm just saying, just in case you go a little bit over the speed limit, just in case you got to kick it somewhere, you know, do what you need to do. You got a bad tag, you know what I'm saying? Baby, I ain't getting that motherfucking license. Why I need a license to drive? I know how to drive. Shit, fuck that. I'm not paying for nobody to tell me I got permission. Fuck you. As long as this car is registered and I got my papers and I got the shit that I need, you can kiss my ass. And because of some other shit, you know what I'm saying? I'm a sovereign citizen, so I travel, I don't drive. If you know, you know. You know what I'm talking about? I be traveling, I don't be driving. They can't fuck with me. But yeah, I would do this once every few days. So maybe like once every 3 days. No more than a week. No more than a week. Okay? Not does this protect you against all the speed cameras in Maryland. Baby, listen. You need to get the Waze app. So you know where them cameras at. So you can slow your little fast ass down, NASCAR. Alright? I don't know about the speed cameras. I don't know. Because I ain't never had no ticket. But listen. Get Waze, bitch, so that it be like speed camera ahead. And then you know, and you press that brake a little bit. You tap on that brake and get your life. You know what I'm talking about? Baby, listen, because I don't play with DC speed cameras, and I don't play with Maryland speed cameras. They be trying to get your rent, your car note, your motherfucking light bill, and water bill all for a speed camera. I'm not playing with them. I'm not playing with them. You kiss my ass on that one. So I don't know about that one. Get you Waze. Get Waze for that. Waze is gonna help you out, and it's gonna tell you where the po-pos is at. All right. Baby, listen. Come on now. She know about the contracts. That's what I'm talking about. All right, let's do a quick love recipe, and then we're gonna do a review, and then we're gonna move on to spiritual gifts. Everybody good? Everybody all right? Everybody alive? Everybody living? Everybody straight? Everybody breathing? All right, cool. Let's move on. All right. Oh, and spiritual bath. Okay, cool. All right, so this is the love one. Love. We live. Now, don't do this on nobody else. The only people you can do love rituals on is you or your children. Okay? And not from a nasty place with your children. Not like, I want my kid to marry this specific person. No. But just, confidence, love. I want my babies to feel secure within themselves and whatever, right? Until they get to an age where they can do their own spells. Now, listen, your babies can do spells as early as they can understand what's going on. Don't keep them babies away from spiritual work. Teach them early. The same way we was learning about how the devil was going to come get us if we was bad is the same way you need to teach them kids about spirituality early. Hello? Some people be asking me, Pocas, can I teach my baby? Yes. Teach that baby. Hell, you better. Shit. If you know what's good for them, they need to know that they God's early. They need to know that they protected early. They need to know that they got power early. Because the world is going to teach them that they ain't shit early. So you need to teach them that they the shit earlier than the world. You know what I'm talking about? So they can go outside and be like, my mama said I'm a God. Fuck y'all. Not verbatim, but you get what I'm saying. Okay, anywho. Alright, we're going to start with our base. Salt. Okay, this is going to be kind of similar to the abundance one. Just a couple things will be different. Alright, salt. I like to use honey in love spells or love work. Honey is one of them ones. Honey is also going to be used in our spiritual bath. Honey is great for the body. It's great for the cootie cat. Okay? And it's great for the skin. So, this does more than one thing. Alright? We're going to get into the spiritual bath in a second. Roses. Now, dried roses are preferred because sometimes when you use regular roses, sometimes they can mold depending on what you're using it in, especially if you're using like a mason jar or something. It don't got no air, it ain't no ventilation in that motherfucker, and it's gonna start getting moldy, and we don't have time for that. So I would prefer dried roses more than anything, unless you're doing a spiritual bath. And even with a spiritual bath, you can use dried roses, but that would be the only place, because you're just using it for that one time, and then you're moving on. So, okay, cool. Cinnamon. Cinnamon is that girl. All right. Manuka honey is the best kind of honey that you can use, but Manuka honey is better for if you're ingesting it versus using it in spiritual work. Honey is honey in spiritual work, but Manuka honey is better on a physical level. Yes, you can use any flower that you want. Again, this is just a template. Use all of this as a template, y'all. So if you feel like instead of a rose you want to use something else, by all means, live, love, love. All right. Lavender. Can you cover the mason jar with cheesecloth? Absolutely. But you just want to make sure it's secured. If you're using it in like a bath. But if you're just using it to use it, like have it out, like put in a mason jar somewhere, then yeah, for sure. Can we ingest our spiritual work? Yes, you actually can. So honey is a good base if you want to actually ingest some of these things. I would just be careful because herbs work on people's bodies differently, especially depending on if you have health issues. Certain herbs aren't good for people with certain health issues. But honey is a great base. You can also make a tincture. Tincture is basically how we would make Florida water. You put your herbs together and then you use vodka or white rum and you let it sit for maybe 2 weeks, a week or two, and then you use the juice. You strain the herbs out, and you use that juice as or what's left over as a tincture. That's what that's all a tincture is herbs and liquor. That's all that shit is. So yeah, you can do it that way if you want to ingest them. But just be careful about the combinations you put together, because your stomach might not agree with it, your gut may not agree with it. You know what I'm saying? You just want to be careful. All right. Salt, honey, roses, cinnamon, lavender. You can also use bay leaves in this mixture. If you want to use sugar as well, you can, but if you already got honey, you don't necessarily have to. The difference between honey and sugar, honey can be a little slower moving, but it lasts longer. Whatever you use it with, it will last longer. Sugar is more faster moving, however, it don't last as long as honey. Does that make sense? So if you're using sugar, you will probably have to do that spell over again sooner than you would if you're using honey. But with honey, your results may not come as quickly as sugar. So sometimes I would say use a little bit of sugar with your honey just to kind of activate it or move it along faster. Or you can just replace the sugar with coffee. Coffee will do the same thing. Cinnamon can also help with attracting something quicker than normal. Okay? So intuitively, you'll know when it's time to do another spell. You'll feel it intuitively. I would say, definitely don't go past 3 months if it's something like a mason jar or a honey jar. Honey jars last a little bit longer because, again, honey is longer lasting, period. So if you do a honey jar, which is what we went through over here, you can kind of keep that a little bit longer than you would a regular one. However, I wouldn't go past 3 months, really. I would, swap it out after 3 months. Or sometime before that. Okay, 3 is your magic number when it comes to spiritual work. 3 is always a good number to go by. Thank you for the gift. Alright, salt, honey, roses, cinnamon, lavender, bay leaves. And you can also use coffee as well. You don't have to, but coffee is always a good addition. Alright? You can use molasses if you want to as well. Yes. This is my my TikTok that I go live on. I have 2 other accounts. Okay? I don't inbox nobody. So if somebody follow you and then start inboxing you, that ain't me. And I don't follow people because of that fact. A lot of people be following people, act like they me and shit, and talking about, your ancestors said. I don't do that bullshit because I don't know your ancestors, so they ain't said shit to me. You know what I'm saying? So to dispose of it, you can also bury your work literally in the ground, but only do this if that is your shit. You know what I'm saying? If that's your house and your house only, then you can bury it. Don't do it at no apartment building or no condo. Don't do that, okay? Cause don't do that. All right, but you can bury it. You can put the whole mason jar in the ground and just start over with a new jar if you want to. Or you can empty out the contents of it in the ground. Okay? You can always give it back to Mother Nature. I wouldn't necessarily do it at the beach. I wouldn't bury anything at the beach. If you go to the beach, then I would just put it in the water. Just put that shit right in the water. Now, before you do anything with water, especially at a beach, at a stream, anywhere where you're using water that is out in public, you always want to come with something. Or even if you using, like, let's say you're going in the woods for something, you don't never give or take from Mother Nature without giving something back and or asking for permission. So before you go into any body of water, thank you to all of my ancestors and spirit team for keeping me safe as I cross into this water. Thank you for permission to enter this water, to release this to this water. You know, thankful to all of the spirits that are in, you know, that regulate this space. We always move with permission. You don't go into nobody's house just fucking around with shit. That's why a lot of people don't be making it out the water when they go in there. Especially if you're going somewhere in the Caribbean or you're going to somewhere, you know what I'm saying, Florida, places that have spiritual, ancestral bindings. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to just be fucking around. You don't want to just be fucking around because you will find out. Thank you for the gift. Don't do it, okay? Yes, Lake Lanier, any of them lakes that got black communities up under it, you want to move with respect. Hey, spirits, how you doing? Thank you for allowing me into y'all space. Thank you for protection as I'm here. At any point that I need to leave, thank you for alerting me intuitively and letting me know. You know what I'm saying? I ain't here to disrespect, come in between, fuck around, or find out. If you taking something, let's say if you're doing like a and we did a lesson on altars already. So let's say if you want to take some type of let's say you did an offering to your ancestors and you want to give it back to the earth, right? Because a good way of disposing offerings is to take it and give it back to Mother Nature. So you might want to like take it to the earth, to the woods. Let's say you got some chicken bones or something. You know what I'm saying? You want to take those to the woods. Anytime you take it, you always want to be intentional with what you're doing. I'm placing these chicken bones here at the foot of this tree to give back. I'm so grateful for whatever, blah, 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 blah. I'm grateful that my ancestors accepted this offering and now I'm giving it back. Okay? Or let's say you go to the woods or you take from the earth because you're using something. Because you can use things from the earth in your spiritual work. So let's say you want to go get like a little tree branch or something, or some rocks or whatever. Okay? You always want to say, hey, thank you for allowing me to take this. And I usually take me a bottle of water, and wherever I pick that shit up from, I'll be like, you know, I'm giving this back. This is my give backsy. Okay? Pour some water right here. Thank you for allowing me to whatever. Don't be taking those seashells and shit from the beach and you ain't asked for no permission. That's why y'all be bringing shit home from these trips and then y'all lives be fucked up when y'all get back home. You gotta get permission for shit. Okay? We are spiritual beings. Everything operates off of energy. Don't be out here just taking shit. All them people that be coming home with fucking seashells and all types of stuff out the goddamn ocean. You wonder why you get home and then you're broken, your money is funny, and all types of shit is going on. Baby, them spirits will tear your ass to pieces. Who are you thinking that you could take from me? Yes, it's stealing. Exactly. Did Moana not teach you nothing? That's what Moana was trying to say to you. You don't just take shit that's not yours. That's not yours. That don't belong to you. Who do you think you are? We are not descendants from the caves. We don't take shit that don't belong to us. That's not in our DNA. We ask. And then we show gratitude. And we replace it with something. Whether that's verbal affirmation of gratitude or whether we're actually giving something back. So when I'm on vacation, I love to go on vacations to, you know, Caribbean islands and shit of that nature. Before I get in that water, baby, listen. Thank you, divine spirits, for protecting me as I get into this water. All of the spirits that govern the ocean and the water. I thank you for allowing me to be a part of your space. Thank you so much. You know what I'm saying? I always do me a quick little meditation when I'm in there. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to show respect first. Because you wonder why some of them people be getting drugged from the goddamn shore all the way to the middle of the goddamn ocean. You like, how the fuck did that happen? Listen. Them spirits will grab you by your ankles. It happens all the time. They be calling it a freak accident. Ain't no goddamn freak accident. It was an accident, all right. Shit, you don't do that. You always want to move with respect. Okay? Anytime you in nature, anytime you near bodies of water, you always want to move with respect because those are spirits too. Everything is alive. Everything is living. Nature is living. Water is living. The trees is living. The sticks is living. The grass is living. Everything is alive. So unless you want somebody to walk in your goddamn house and start taking shit off your walls, act like you know. Alright? Alright, let's do a quick little spiritual bath recipe. I'm going to try to fit it down here so that we don't got to erase nothing and y'all can see everything in one little swoop. And then we're going to move on. Thank you again for the gifts. Thank you for the likes and the shares. After we finish this, I'm going to do a quick review. And then we're going to go through identifying your spiritual gifts and tapping into your spiritual gifts. Okay? Because everybody has different spiritual gifts that they are able to use and that they're here to use. Alright? Now, this will just be a basic spiritual bath. Spiritual baths also depend on what type of outcome you want. Okay? Is it for abundance? Is it for cleansing? Is it for protection? Is it for what? What is it for? Okay? That will determine what type of herbs and what type of things that you use. But spiritual baths is where you can get a little free. You know what I'm saying? You can combine shit. So maybe you want to do abundance / love or love / protection or whatever. Spiritual baths, you can be more, you know, Wizards of Waverly Place with it. Okay? Now, with spiritual baths, I like to use fresh fruits. Okay? Those are always a go. So, oranges. Alright? Not no whole ass orange. Alright? Slice it. Don't just throw a fucking orange in there and have a ball of orange just floating. Slice it up, babe. Give me some nice little cute slices. Okay? Don't gotta be too much, but slice it up. Yes, organic is more preferable. But if you can't find organic, or orange is orange. Alright? You can do lemon slices. Now, don't use too many lemon slices. Because that acidity will eat that cootie cat up. So what do we do with our love work for ourselves? The room or the living room? Good question. So your love jar, honey jar, whatever, this will go in your room. This goes into your personal space, okay? You can also, you can do like a little small jar, like a little small mason jar. You can put that in your purse. Same thing with an abundance one. I mean, all of these. You can put them in your purse, whatever. But this stays in your personal space. This is private business. These two are very private. Abundance, you can use for the whole household. Protection, you can use for the whole household. But this one is really more so your privacy business. If you live with other people, then this would also be your privacy business. Okay? Not too heavy-handed on the lemon slices. Alright? Now, for a spiritual bath, I would prefer sea salt or pink Himalayan. I probably spelled that wrong as hell, but y'all get what I'm saying. Sea salt or pink Himalayan salt, preferably for spiritual baths, okay? That table salt may be a little bit too harsh on your body. Alright? So, I would use one of the two. Alright? Honey. Honey is that girl in spiritual baths. Okay? Make sure if you do use honey that you kind of give your bath like a little swoosh so that it can break down in the water. So that you don't have swirls of honey just, you know, all willy-nilly in there. Make sure that your water is hot. Alright? Don't be a punk. You know what I'm saying? You can let it cool down a little bit. But when you add your ingredients, you want it to be hot. Because you want it to break down the salt. So that it ain't grainy on your ass. You know what I'm saying? And then you also want it to break that honey down. So that is, you know, you ain't sticky. And don't use a whole bunch of any of these ingredients. Okay? Don't go crazy. Alright? You're not making a soup. You just need enough to do what it need to do. Now, I'm going to put flowers because flowers also have individual properties. And depending on what you're trying to do, depending on what you like, depending on what your flavor is, your flowers may be a little different. Now, make sure you research the flowers before you just add them in there because some flowers, again, don't do the body good. And women, we got a pH balance to maintain. Alright, so all flowers aren't made equal, especially when you put it in water because it's going to start to release, you know, in that water. And, you know, everything ain't for your body and your coochie cat. Lavender is good. Jasmine is good. Candelua is good. Hyssop, I haven't used hyssop, but if you say it's good, then that, I don't know. Because I haven't researched it, so I can't put my seal of approval on hyssop. But if you use it, then that's cool. Hibiscus, yes, hibiscus is fine. I'm trying to think what else. Yeah, it just depends. Now, if you're using something like an orchid, you know, don't fucking do too much. Or, you know, something like that. Don't go too crazy. You know. Anything that you can use in like a tea is cool. So chamomile, lavender, all that is cool. Sunflowers, that should be cool. But just make sure you really run that under some water before you put that in that bath. Okay? For real, any flower that you use, make sure you run it under some good water before you put that in your bath. Okay? Because you don't want no little pieces of, you know, you and Charlotte's Web in that motherfucker. You don't want that. Okay? Coffee. Coffee should be cool, but I wouldn't put that just bare-assed in the bath. I would put that in your little spice thing. So in your tea bag or something like that, I wouldn't just put that bare in there. Or you can get coffee bags. Yeah, either one. But that might be too much. Because coffee bags come already pre-prepped. So I wouldn't use too much coffee. So I would be careful. Yeah, I wouldn't use too much coffee. Maybe a couple little sprinkles, a few, and that's it. I wouldn't use anything that's prepackaged because then they got their own set, you know, amount that they giving you, and that would be too much. So maybe like a couple little, or you can get like 2 or 3 coffee beans. You know what I'm saying? That should be cool. I've also heard of pre-made tea blends made specifically for baths, but some are kind of expensive. This is why I'm giving you guys your herbs, because you can go get the tea bags off the empty tea bags, and you can just make your own shit. It's so much cheaper to buy loose leaf herbs, because then you can use them for actual teas, like to ingest, and you can use them for spiritual baths. You know what I'm saying? And then it'll last you longer, so you're not you don't have to go to all of these spiritual companies and shit. And then this is the thing too, and thank you for bringing that up, because it made me think about something. When you go purchase these spiritual bath pre-made bags from people, anytime you're buying something that somebody else made, their energy is being put into that thing. Everybody energy you don't want in the midst of what you're trying to do for yourself. So with shit like this, it's better to just get the ingredients and make the shit yourself, because you're using your own energy. And you don't have to worry about Miss Lisa making your tea bag and she going through a divorce and you don't know nothing about it. Or she depressed and don't nobody know. You know what I'm saying? And then you leave up out of that thing and then you depressed and you don't know what the fuck is going on with you, because ain't nothing really wrong, but then you fucked up. You know what I'm saying? So this the best shit to do on your own, by yourself. So would you recommend for us to cleanse our energy before creating and selling products? Yes. You shouldn't be creating or selling nothing, especially if it's spiritual. You should be creating shit until you have mastered protection and you know, some type of cleansing ritual. Because you, whether you reading cards, whether you making bracelets, whether you making jewelry, whether you are whatever, I don't give a fuck. Okay? Don't touch none of that shit. If you are in a mentally bad space, if you're in an emotionally bad space, don't be doing nothing with no clients. Because you ain't gonna do shit but fuck them people up. Leave them people alone. Wait until you get yourself back together. Wait until you get back to more of a clear head space, a clear emotional space, a clear energetic space. You can be called to create, but create for your damn self. Don't create for nobody else and you depressed. All you doing is passing around depression. Y'all gotta understand the difference between spirit calling you to start creating a foundation for something versus calling you to start acting in something and inviting other people into it. Sometimes we're just being called to start buying the products and starting to kind of play around with the shit behind closed doors. Sometimes that's what spirit is saying. Hey, go ahead and start buying that shit so you can start getting your recipes together and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Versus, hey, go ahead and start selling that shit immediately. No. Spirit ain't gonna have you out here selling nothing to nobody and you not ready. That ain't that. Food too. This is why our ancestors prayed over their food. Or you say a little something to the spirits before you eat. Because, again, and we're about to get into spiritual gifts, but food is one of the main ways that energy is passed along. Clothes, hairstylists, nail techs. Be careful. Alright, y'all got all this down? Because we about to go ahead and get into spiritual gifts. Because obviously we already moving in that direction. So let's go ahead and break the seal. And get into it. Because I feel like we going to need to spend a little bit of time on this. I feel the questions brewing. Alright, everybody good? Got it? Great. Awesome. Let's go ahead and move on. If you do have questions in the comments, feel free to put them there. Again, gifts are appreciated. So feel free to use the bottom of your screen to load gifts and send them in the ways that you see fit. Just the way of showing appreciation, because I am doing all of this for the free ski. So that does help. You know what I'm saying? Period. Also, I'm no longer associated with Hillman Talk. Just FYI, I know a lot of y'all found me through that video that I posted in the beginning. Yeah, I'm not with that bullshit. So this is just Poca doing what Poca do. Because Poca is a teacher. Okay, again, I'm a Gemini. So I like to teach. So this is just me doing it because of that. I'm not associated with that bullshit. You understand? Fuck that. Oh, you was waiting for the overview? My bad, boo. I'm sorry. It'll be posted on YouTube tomorrow. So make sure you subscribe to the YouTube. And you can watch from the beginning. My Cash App is right there, Shelly. Let me know if you can see it. If not, I'll at you. You got that right. My spirit team is definitely rewarding me for everything that I do. But, you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. All right. Let's get into spiritual gifts. And we're going to spend a little bit of time on this because this is a very important one for us to kind of break down. All right. Hold on, babe. Let me, okay, let me know if you see it now. All right. Spiritual gifts. Okay? Now, okay, good. The gag with spiritual gifts, and this is the main part. If y'all don't take shit else from this, this is what I want you to take from it. You are the magic. You are the magic. The spiritual gift is how you give your magic, how you display your magic. But you are the magic. What does that mean, Poca? Everybody is not supposed to read tarot. Can we just let that breathe? Everybody is not supposed to read tarot. Y'all get on my goddamn nerves. And this is why most of the spiritual community is fucked up now, because y'all out here giving these falsified ass readings to people just because you're trying to get a little bit of coin on the side. And you're trying to get some views and some likes and some comments and some shares. Everybody ain't supposed to be a goddamn tarot reader. Everybody's not supposed to be out here making bracelets and wrapping crystals. Everybody don't need to be offering no mentorships and consultations. Therapy sessions, counseling sessions, what the fuck ever. It's not for everybody. Everybody not supposed to be no medium. Everybody ain't no root worker. Everybody ain't supposed to be doing what everybody is doing. That's how I know half of y'all not living in y'all purpose, because everybody's doing the same shit. Everybody ain't supposed to be doing every fucking thing. Message. Okay? A lot of y'all think that you only have a spiritual gift if you are operating in one of those fields, and that's not true. It's far from the truth. Anything that you touch, if you're using your energy, will be a spiritual gift. Anything that you're gifted to do is your spiritual gift. That is your way to show and to display your spiritual essence, your power, your energy to the collective. It don't have to be reading cards. It don't have to be doing none of the quote-unquote spiritual jobs. I just want to get that out the goddamn way. Okay? Because that shit pisses me off. Don't nothing irritate me more than somebody just trying to do some shit just to fucking do it. That just grinds my gears. Alright? Now, let's go through the steps of figuring out what your spiritual gift is. Number 1. bitch, you need to heal. Now, you ain't got to be all healed up, but you need to start this. You need to start this for sure. You need to be at least 6 months to a year into this uninterrupted before you be trying to talk about some goddamn gift or something. The only gift you need is some isolation. Shit. This is step 1. Heal. Start working on yourself. Now, we know healing, and trauma healing, trauma work, shadow work, childhood trauma healing, all that shit is something that we're going to be doing our entire life. So no one's asking you to master this, but you need to start this process. Again, 6 months to a year of consistent shadow work and trauma healing. Consistent. That don't mean you're doing it every day, but it does mean for the next 6 months to a year that you are making sure that you're paying attention and being introspective. That's just that on that. You're never going to access this without going through this. Because this is going to reveal your identity. A lot of y'all are living out of a false identity, and this is why you're trying to do things that do not align with you because you don't know who the fuck you are. So you're doing shit based on who you think you are in your head and not who you actually are in real life. And that's where y'all going. That's where you're going wrong. That's where you're going wrong. Okay? So you may think in your head that you are whoever you think you are based on your trauma or your childhood experience or the baby you had at 16 or the mama who wasn't shit to you and cussed you out or the daddy who, wasn't there or whatever. All of that shapes your identity. It doesn't mean that it's who you truly are. It just means you have a false sense of self. And if you got a false sense of self, this is going to be super distant from you. You're not going to be able to properly tap into this no matter how hard you try. Because usually, if you have a false identity, you're going to be guided to some shit that's not for you. This is why y'all be going to jobs and you don't like the fucking jobs and you're depressed at the job. Because you're not supposed to be there. That's not even who you are. This is why y'all start businesses and you can't keep up with the business and you can't stay consistent. Because you're not supposed to be doing that shit. So you don't even got no passion. Your heart is not even in it. Your soul is not even in that shit. That's why you buying all these different motherfucking ingredients and shit on goddamn Amazon. And the shit is collecting dust. Spending all this money purchasing items and shit and you never use it. Because you're not aligned with it. You don't got no passion behind it. Y'all got whole goddamn cabinets and closet spaces full of shit. You got 14 businesses in that one closet. Y'all done started Instagram pages and YouTubes and all types of shit and you ain't using that once. Because your heart ain't in it. Shit, pissing me off. We not doing that. Now y'all know. If y'all know me, if you done been with me for a long time, y'all know we don't play around over here. I'm going to give it to you raw. Because I want you to be your best self. All these other people want your coin. I don't give a fuck about your coin. I care about your soul. We not about to be over here learning shit false. Period. Identity is important. If you don't know who you are, then you don't know what you're supposed to be doing in life. Not only that, you don't know who you're supposed to be doing with. And that speaks for love. That speaks for friends. That speaks for every fucking thing. If you don't know who you are, you want to attract the wrong things and the wrong people on every level. And you wonder why when you start spirituality, when you start this shit, you wonder why you in isolation. Well, that's because spirit got to get rid of all the bullshit that you collected on the way. Because it wasn't supposed to be here in the first place. That's why isolation is the first part of your goddamn spiritual shadow work and trauma healing experience. Because you got people around you that weren't supposed to be there. Your false self collected those people. Y'all thought we was going to start talking about how to read cards. No, bitch. We talking about shadow work. Open your ears. Learn something. Learn you something. Alright? So the first step is shadow work. Trauma healing. This is also childhood trauma healing. This is also triggers. You need to know all that shit. Alright? This is going to lead you to identity. Who the fuck am I? Beyond the trauma, beyond my experiences, beyond the negativity, who the fuck am I? Next thing. Ancestors and spirit guides. Okay? This is for guidance. I need to have me a team because I don't know all the answers. I don't know every turn to make. I don't know every road to go down. I don't know. So I got to make sure I got some people. This is my GPS system. And I'm going to also add intuition onto that too. AKA higher self. Intuition ain't nothing but the higher self, the soul. This is your Trinity. Okay? You know how the Christians got the Father, Son, and Holy Ghost? Baby, we got the ancestors, the spirit guides, and the intuition. That's our Trinity. We gotta have that down packed deep. This gotta be where we need it to be. Okay? Not only is they're gonna offer us direction, but it's also gonna offer us protection. And you gotta be protected when you are on the journey to your spiritual gifts or to your identity, or when you're going through a healing journey. You need that protection. Because there's gonna be distractions all around. And the dollar sign is one of the biggest distractions. Which leads me to my next thing. Your spiritual gift don't got shit to do with money. Nothing. Nothing. Nathaniel, not a piece. It don't got shit to do with money. A lot of y'all are going after things because you see dollar signs. And this is why you're not successful in those things. Or this is why you're depressed while you're fucking doing it. You know when it's your spiritual gift because you will do it for free. See how I'm doing this shit right now for free? And it's not bothering me. I'm not hurt about it. I'm not missing anything. Because I'm in alignment. When you can sit there and you can do it for free with a smile on your face and you're excited about it, that's when you're in alignment. That's when you're operating in your spiritual gift. Okay? Your spiritual gift is not about a dollar sign. Does that mean you will not make money from it? No. Of course you're going to make money from it. But it's not about the money. You don't give a fuck about the money when it comes to your spiritual gift. Because this is your soul's purpose. And the soul can't spend no money. Money is a physical thing. We are spiritual beings. Those two things do not go together. The soul do not give a fuck about no money. And when you're operating your spiritual gift, you're operating from a soul place. Higher space. This is a mission. I am here to complete my mission by doing these specific things. So your soul don't care about no dollar sign. Will you be taken care of? Yes. You will never want for nothing when you are operating your spiritual gift. That's what I can guarantee you. You will never want for nothing. You will be taken care of. You will always have a roof over your head. You will always have food in your belly. You will always have support from the people that's supposed to support you. You will always be good. Trust me. I've been doing this shit, operating my spiritual gift completely for the last almost 8 years. I ain't never missed no meal. Okay? It doesn't mean that you will not be challenged. Challenges are part of the journey. It's a part of the process. So challenges will come. Thank you guys for the gift. Challenges are going to come. Okay? There's nothing you can do to avoid challenges. So shit is going to happen. But you will be protected. You will be safe. And there will always be a higher outcome to whatever it is that you're going through. You'll always end up somewhere better than where you started. I can guarantee you that. Okay? So, I want you to remember these, 5 things. Number 1, you are the magic. You are the magic. So you don't have to do nothing specific or quote unquote spiritual for it to be a spiritual gift, because you are the magic. Whatever you touch, and as long as you're operating in alignment, you're good. Okay? Second thing, shadow work and trauma healing is where you start. You are never going to be able to figure out or tap into whatever your spiritual gifts are if you are not going through your healing process. Why? Because this allows us to figure out our identity. Who the fuck am I? Who am I? This will also help you figure out where you're supposed to go. Some of y'all can't get y'all shit off the ground because you in the wrong city or state. Now, Spirit been told you to move. Why your scary ass ain't went nowhere yet? That business not going to take off in that damn city or that state because it's not for it to. There's energy everywhere you go. And sometimes energy can work against each other instead of with each other. So you can know what your spiritual gift is, but it won't get off the ground if you're in the wrong environment. That's just that on that. It don't fucking matter. You got to move. And you got to move to wherever you're called to move. Wherever your intuition keeps telling you to move, you got to move there. I don't care if you've never been there before. I don't care if it's out the country. I don't give a damn. You got to go where you're being called to go. And you can't be scary about it. You can be nervous, you can be anxious, but don't be scary. Because fear is paralyzing, and we don't need you paralyzed. That's a bunch of bullshit right there. So sometimes you got to move. Sometimes you got to go. It'll also help you get rid of motherfuckers you're not supposed to be around. Them friends, Spirit is not going to let you align with certain things and you got the wrong people in your space. Why would I give you the fruits of your labor, or why would I even put you on a path of righteousness or align you with the things that's for you and you around energy vampires and werewolves and fucking and I'm not about to do that. No. Let the motherfucking friends go and then we can talk. Get out of that punk ass relationship or marriage and then we can have a conversation. You know what I'm saying? Spirit not about to do all that. Ain't nobody aligning you around some bullshit. But y'all have to figure out, again, this is a part of your shadow work process. Because letting go of people is not easy. But if it's necessary, you're more willing to do it. Period. Waking up and going to work ain't easy, but you get your ass up and do it because you need to. Same thing. Cut them motherfuckers off. Alright? Ancestors, spirit guides, and intuition. Your holy trinity. This shit needs to be your motherfucking kryptonite. We went over ancestor veneration on another live. We did a lesson on that. Go to the YouTube and find that video in the live section. All the lessons that we've already done, I've done everything pretty much in order. We started with shadow work, we moved to ancestors, we kind of did everything in order. So watch all of those lessons in order. Alright? This is your GPS. Your inner GPS and your outward GPS. What you need to do with yourself and what you need to do for your environment. Where you need to place yourself. Because sometimes your spiritual gift can be connected to you going in multiple places. Like for me, for example, right? I didn't start off doing what I'm doing right now. I started off in finances. And then I was moved to having my own radio show on satellite radio in DC. And then I was moved to working in a motherfucking immigration office for the government. And then I was moved to being a fucking elementary school teacher. And there was more shit in between that, but those are the ones that, you know, really stuck out. And then I finally aligned with what the fuck I was supposed to be doing. And all of those areas that I was in previously added something or taught me something that was to prepare me for eventually where I am today. So don't always look at it as I gotta start exactly in this place, in this specific. No. Sometimes you might be led to a job and that job is supposed to teach you how to be organized. You know what I'm saying? I was an executive assistant for a couple companies. I had to learn organization. You can't be no business owner and you don't know how to organize clients and paperwork and information and files. What the hell? So I had to learn organization over there. Then I had to learn to work with, other people. Get my customer service skills up. Because you can't handle motherfucking business and you don't know how to talk to people. And Poca had an attitude problem real bad. So I had to go work for the government where them people don't play that and they'll write your ass up and fire you. So I got sent over there to learn how to communicate. How to work on special projects. How to get things done. How to align with the schedule. How to get shit done at a certain time and work at a certain pace. How to type things up professionally. So when it came to me with my business now, I could type up a proposal, a business proposal. I could do charts. I could do all types of shit. But I had to learn that in other spaces that forced me to learn. Then I worked with kids. I was an elementary school teacher. You see what the hell I'm doing right now? I had to learn that working with adults is harder than working with kids. So Spirit put me in there where I had to learn kids. I had to learn early development, which also helped me become a master of childhood trauma healing. Because I had to go through early development classes and I had to learn how the child's brain worked. So that I can help my clients when it came to tapping into their childlike self and healing those things. All of that shit didn't look like it connected until I got here. And that's why you gotta have your ancestor spirit guides and your intuition, because it's gonna be places that you gotta go, and it may not make sense while you're there. It may not make sense. You might be like, Spirit, why the fuck am I working at Best Buy? Okay, why do you got me working for Verizon? It may not make sense. You know what I'm saying? Why am I at a call center? Why am I doing X, Y, and Z? But once you align with whatever that gift is, all of those skills are going to come together and it's going to make sense for you. And you're going to start being able to connect the dots. Oh, I learned this over here. And I learned that over here. And I learned a little bit of that. You know what I'm saying? You'll be able to connect all that shit together. So this your foundation. And then, of course, your spiritual gift is not about money. So when you're thinking about what you're supposed to be doing with your life, leave money out of the conversation. Don't come into it with the idea of what's going to make me the most money. Or sometimes your spiritual gift is something that you haven't seen anybody else do and be successful off of it. So you'll be like, oh, maybe I'm not supposed to do that because I don't have no examples. Bitch, you are the example. We are in the age of Aquarius. Aquarius is all about originality and uniqueness. A lot of y'all spiritual gifts are coming out now because you're supposed to be the first one to do the shit. A lot of y'all are supposed to be innovators and creators. So, of course, you may type online who else makes crystal phone cases. Well, it may not be nobody. That don't mean you're not supposed to do it. That just means that you're supposed to be the first. You know what I'm saying? You just got to be open to that. Period. You may not be the first person. I mean, you may supposed to be the first person, or you're supposed to bring a different perspective, or do it a different way, or offer something unique to that specific genre of work. Okay? So your spiritual gift don't got nothing to do with what everybody else is doing and how much money everybody else is making doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? Look at people like Castanet. And I don't really care for him because he had some words about Black Americans that I ain't really forgive him for. And then he tried to fake with Kendrick Lamar talking about the Super Bowl was we're not going to get into all of that because, you know, I'm a Gemini. We could take a whole exit right now and then get back on the beltway in a second. We're not about to do that. But just use him as a fucking example. Okay? Streaming wasn't that big. Being a streamer wasn't as big. Right? Being a millionaire off of sitting in front of a camera and just streaming and doing dumb shit all day wasn't that big until he got into that position and he started making it what it is. You know what I'm saying? Now everybody wants to be a damn streamer. Now streaming is taking over the whole motherfucking internet. Okay? Motherfucking Miss Netta nobody really cared for her that much. I mean, she got her own fan base, but people don't really care for that lady that much. But at the end of the day, wasn't nobody pressed to sit and present meals and shit on TikTok and cook for all these people and shit until she got to talk about some shops. You know what I'm saying? Nobody was checking for that shit for real. But she created her own whole ass lane, and then you got cooking with Kaya and cooking with Day and cooking with Maya and everybody the fuck else is cooking. You gotta give credit where credit is due. These people came out of nowhere and they created their own shit, just doing what the fuck they was doing, and they didn't have any intention on making it what it has become. They were just doing it because they were led to do it. And those are the most successful people because they're just going with their flow. They're moving according to the energy. They're going with the flow of spirit, the flow of higher self. They're following their intuition. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I'm in the spiritual community. I'm a spiritual advisor, a shaman, a life coach, and all of those things. But my approach to spirituality is way different than a lot of people. When I first started, people used to tell me, oh, you spiritual and you be cussing. Oh, you spiritual and you got an attitude problem. You be talking to people nasty. No, bitch. This is how I teach. I teach real niggas. My shit is not for everybody. It's not supposed to be. It's supposed to be for the people that it's supposed to be for. I've had plenty of people tell me, oh, you're not going to get far if you keep talking like that. You're not going to get far if you are cursing. You're not going to get far doing this and doing that. Baby, listen, I done had this page right here for a month. Y'all see the followers. I don't got to explain myself. I done built so many goddamn platforms. I've had over 10,000 clients in the last 5 years. Don't let these people try to tell you what the fuck going on. I done been interviewed by big spiritual pages and all type of shit. And this is just the beginning. You know what I'm saying? So don't let anybody dictate to you what the fuck is going on with you. Okay? And we gonna make that the last one. Your gift is your business. You understand? Your gift is your business. Can't nobody come in and tell you that that's not your gift and that's not what you're supposed to be doing, and you don't need to do that, and how you gonna pay your bills if you do this and if you do that. Bitch. You know what I'm saying? Fuck all that. It's not none of your business. My calling wasn't no conference call. This wasn't no motherfucking three-way. When Spirit gave me my orders, they gave me my orders. I can't put your glasses on and see out your glasses. Do that mean that you need to change your prescription? No. It means that them not my motherfucking glasses. Period. I can't take your glasses off your face and be like, you need to change this. I can't see shit. No, give me my shit back. It's not for you to see. Because one thing about it, everybody gonna see it when the success comes. Everybody gonna understand it when the success comes. Thank you for the gift, babe. Everybody gonna see that real clear. Okay? So we not worried about the naysayers in the beginning, because everybody gonna hop on a bandwagon when you start getting successful. And take that from somebody who didn't have no family support when I started living and operating in my spiritual gift. No family support. Especially from my mama. You know what I'm saying? You gotta do what the fuck is for you to do. Your spiritual gift don't got nothing to do with nobody the fuck else. It's your gift for you to operate in. For you to take the furthest. It's not gonna make sense to everybody. And this is why you don't need to share none of this shit with nobody else. Until you're ready to expose it to the world and offer it to the world, keep all this shit under wraps. Your foundation building stage, you figuring everything out, your shadow work process, your healing process, all of that is your business. Until you get ready to launch whatever you're ready to launch, nobody needs to know what the fuck is going on with you. They don't need to know what's going on. They don't need to know what you're working on. You don't need nobody's advice. Unless it's somebody that spirit led you to. And they're like, okay, you know what I'm saying? I'm a align you with this person because this person may have a piece of something that you need. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. Or this person can offer you some education or some knowledge or some wisdom. That's different. But don't be telling all your homegirls and your boyfriend and everybody. Everybody don't need to know everything. Y'all gotta learn that spirituality, a lot of this shit you need to keep to yourself. Spirituality is a personal journey. It's not a collective thing. It's not a community thing. This is not community service. We're not working for the motherfucking government. Alright? This is personal. This is a you thing. So you figure that shit out with you. And then when you're ready to expose it to everybody, then you be like, hey guys, here's my website. Here's my business. Here's my page. Here's my Instagram. Here's my YouTube. Here's my whatever. Support if you want to support. If you don't, cool. Cool. You know, we not out here begging nobody to do shit, because the people that's supposed to support you, they will. That's another thing. Everybody is not given to you. And what do I mean by that? Your spiritual gift is not for everybody. Everybody is not your client. Everybody is not supposed to be under your voice, understanding your voice. Everybody's not supposed to be getting help from you. You are not the world's leader. All right? We are all given a certain amount of people on our journey that we're supposed to have direct effect on. Whether that's 10,000 people, whether that's 5,000, whether it's 15, 20, a million, whatever, whoever. You're not supposed to affect everybody. So there's going to be people who don't like what you do and what you offer. That don't mean that you're doing something wrong. There's going to be people who think that you should do this and do that and do more of this and do less of that. It don't mean that you're wrong. Okay? So again, let's go through. You are the magic. You the magic. Alright? Whatever you touch, you the magic. Alright? Shadow work and trauma healing. You got to heal so that you can figure out who you are, going into identity. You cannot show up as your best self if you don't know who you are. Alright? Ancestor, spirit guides, intuition, that's your holy trinity. That's your GPS system. You need to be locked and loaded. And you need to be able to trust first and ask questions later. Because a lot of shit is not going to make sense. You may be guided to shit. It was certain relationships that I was in, and I had to be there for me to learn shit. You know what I'm saying? So that you're not supposed to be with everybody forever. It don't make that person a bad person. Sometimes you're supposed to be with somebody so that you can learn certain stuff. I done learned hella shit from exes in my past. How to run a business, how to talk to people, how to, promote, how to do marketing. All type of shit. You know what I'm saying? You never know why you connected with somebody. We are here in life to experience, not to control. So you allow yourself to go with the motherfucking flow. Alright? Where do you start with the healing process? Go to my YouTube, click the link in my bio. Go to the live section of my YouTube. Scroll down until you see shadow work and trauma healing, and then watch that whole video. I did a whole lesson on healing, shadow work, childhood trauma, and self-love. I did a whole 3-hour lesson on that. Okay? Your spiritual gift is not about money. So don't go into thinking about, what's going to make me the most money. That's probably not your spiritual gift. And don't look at other people and start comparing pockets. Because a lot of these people sold their motherfucking selves out. Or a lot of people doing something that isn't aligned with their passion. So they're not going to be there long. And even if they are there long, they're not going to fucking be happy. They're going to be depressed as fuck. There's a lot of depressed ass rich people. You don't want to be one of them. Okay? Yes, all of my lives are replayed on YouTube. So click the link in my bio and go to the YouTube and go to the live section, and all of those are there. This will be replayed tomorrow rising around 6:30-ish, 6:45-ish a.m. I try to let it go live when y'all on y'all way to work so that you got some time to kind of watch it. But then it'll also be done and fully uploaded by the time you go to lunch. So you can eat your lunch and you can take your notes. Okay? I also offer one-on-one mentorship. So if you need individual help with any of these processes, I specialize in shadow work and trauma healing. Those are my specialties. So if you need any direct help with those things, you can go on my website. That's also linked in my bio. Okay? And your gift is your business. You don't got nothing to do with nobody else. All right, it's a private matter. Fuck anybody who got an opinion on it, who think you shouldn't be doing it. Oh, I don't think you should do that. Bitch, did I ask you? I don't remember. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that. All right. Now we're about to go through some ways for you to kind of understand spiritual gifts. Feel free to ask questions if there's anything that I'm missing or anything that you guys want specifics on. Put them in the comments and I'll make sure I go over it. Okay? Alright. Make sure ain't no wet spots in here. I think that's what fucked that other side of that marker up. Okay, so I'm gonna give y'all some examples of spiritual gifts that are not as common because I'm trying to break it down to you guys for you to see how this would look in real life. Okay? So, number one, you have some people that heal. They heal through their hands. Okay? What do y'all think some examples of these careers would be? Let me see if y'all can pick up on what I'm putting down. What would be some examples of healing through your hands? Outside of the normal spiritual shit that you would hear of. Yes. I love it. I love it. I love it. Y'all got it. Y'all got it. Okay. So let me go through some of the ones that I seen in the beginning. Cooking. That's a good one. Somebody said massage therapist. We had a nurse. That's a great one. Somebody said sewing. That's a great one. What else? Esthetician. Good. Hold on, let me make sure I spell that shit right. This word always be fucking me up. Okay. They put a gun to my head, said spell esthetician. Boom, ball brains out, because I would be gone. Doctors. Good, good, good. Hairstylists or barbers. Good, y'all got it. Awesome, 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 awesome. Crochet. I'm gonna put crochet over here beside sewing. Crochet. Okay, what else? Caregiver. Pottery. Ooh, y'all coming up with some good ones. Y'all are so smart and so kind and so important. Pottery. Musician. Yes, let's get one more. Gardeners. That girl said paint and sip. Girl, if you don't get on my goddamn comment, that heifer said paint and sip. I'm not playing with y'all. Not today. Not on this good old motherfucking. And somebody said art. I'm gonna add art over here too, because that's a good one. Girl. Man, you know that made my body real good. I love that. That really just floored me. Okay. Y'all got it. Y'all get it. Okay. Shit, that happens to paint and sip. I'm gonna have to tell somebody about that. That's one of the ones you gotta share with some damn body. Cause no, you fucking did. Okay, y'all get it. So, healing through hands. Some examples. Cooking, right? How would someone be healing through hands while they're cooking? Well, you cutting up, you know what I'm saying? You're mixing, all right? You're kneading, you're baking. The energy, the spiritual essence is coming through what you're using, which is your hands, right? Massage therapists, okay? Or somebody else said Reiki. I'm gonna put that over here too. Okay? Massage therapist or Reiki. You are literally using, remember, you have chakra centers in your hands as well, right? It's not just the 7 chakras of the body. You have 2 chakras. You have a chakra center here, chakra center there. You have chakra centers in your kneecaps, and you have chakra centers under your feet. Okay? And that's not even all of them, but that's just some of the other ones that people don't really talk about. So, using your hands, you're operating through your hand chakras. Okay? Massage therapy, Reiki is definitely one of those ones. Even a chiropractor, okay? A nurse. Nurses, y'all touch on everybody. You're giving shots. You're drawing blood sometimes. I'll say nurse and phlebotomist, honestly. You're drawing blood sometimes. You're doing checkups. You know, you're feeling for bumps and shit. You're doing a lot of touchy. Okay? Sewing, crochet. The energy is leaving your hands and going into the garments that you are creating. This is why they have been weaponizing the fashion industry. All these damn chemicals in them clothes. They understand what they doing. This shit deep. You know what I'm saying? This will be on YouTube. Excuse me. This will be on YouTube tomorrow rising. Okay? YouTube and my bio so that you can go ahead and subscribe and you'll get the live notification. Make sure all your notifications is on. Alright? Yes, the patterns of crochet, absolutely. The colors that you use, all of those things. Alright? Esthetician. Them people all up in your face. Okay? Y'all know how many chakras is up here in your face? How many energy centers is up here in your face? Thank you, honey bun. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of touchy. Okay? Doctors especially. And surgeons. Doctors, surgeons, they use their hands. Okay? Hairstylists, barbers, they're dealing with your crown chakra. They're dealing with that crown chakra. You let the wrong bitch do your hair, you let the wrong nigga cut your hair, your whole weekend is ruined. Your whole week is ruined. Okay? Not only that, but our hair is antennas. Your hair is very spiritual, especially if you are a melanated individual. The coils of your hair help you decipher energy, secure energy, read the room, read the vibrations around you. It accumulates experiences and everything. That's why cutting your hair is so spiritual. Growing your hair is so spiritual. Washing your hair is so spiritual. Okay? We don't play around with the hair. That's your antennas. That's one of the most important energy centers on your body. All right? It's your ability. It helps with your ability to communicate with the sun. All right? That's why our hair coils towards the sun, just like a tree, just like a flower, just like any plant. All right? Your hair is alive. It is a living thing. They try to teach us that hair was dead. Hair can be dead and grow. Dead things don't grow. Your hair ain't fucking dead. It's alive. Okay? It got life in it. Alright? So that shit matters. Doesn't matter if your hair is in locks or not. Not necessarily. Locks are usually promoted in the spiritual community because it's not touched as much and it's more in an organic state because it's not touched. But if you think about it, if you are taking your hands and you're creating locks, that's not a natural state of my hair. That's you manipulating my hair to be in a more coiled state. So the most organic you can have your hair is completely natural. You know what I'm saying? Completely natural, just curly, or however it is in its natural state. Because everybody's hair is not super curly or super coily. But whatever it look like when you put water on that shit and run a brush through it a couple times, that's your most natural state. Okay? There's nothing wrong with stretching the hair or straightening the hair. They've been straightening the hair forever. But the effects that you have or the relationship or connection that you have with the spiritual community when your hair is straightened versus curly is different. And I want y'all to start being more aware so that you can kind of pay attention to that. When your hair is straight, you're still connected because you are a soul, you know what I'm saying, having a human experience, so you still have that connection. But there's certain, it's not as strong as it normally would be if your hair is in its natural state. Because the way that you are able to pick up, you know, your hair is coily, just like a energy coil. If you ever seen an actual coil that goes into some type of technology, it is coiled that way so that it can distribute energy. That's why your hair is coiled, right? So it's going to be a lot more difficult for energy to go through your hair if it's straight rather than if it's in a coil. It doesn't specify the type of coils. You know what I'm saying? Some people got 4C, some people got 3C, 3A, 2B, 1B, 1A. It doesn't specify, but it's coiled for a reason. Okay? Just a little FYI. Alright, barbers, same thing. You know what I'm saying? Anybody who was cutting your hair, doing anything to your hair, they hold a very special position. Now, while we on hair, I gotta touch on wigs and weaves. Now, some of y'all bitches might hate it, but I don't give a fuck. Because, again, I'm not here for your feelings. I'm here for your soul. Stop putting all that shit in your head and wondering why you're having certain adverse reactions. Whether it's on an energetic level or a health level. There is no reason why half the world got seborrheic dermatitis of the scalp. There's no reason for that shit. When we was back in the day using blue magic and pink lotion and our scalps and our hair was thriving and we was good and people had their head down their motherfucking back. Some of y'all not gonna like it. I don't give a fuck. You keep putting them random ass strangers' hair in your damn head, and I just explained to y'all, hair holds memory. You don't know what the hell Melinda and Iran went through before they cut that damn hair off her head. You don't know. You don't know what her life experience was. And all they do is wash it. Washing that hair don't take away the spiritual essence of that hair. You don't know what the hell that lady went through. And y'all using human hair. That means it came off another human's head. That's diabolical. You feel how you want to feel about it. I don't give a damn. I'm here for your soul, not for your feelings. Okay? Cut back on that shit. There's a reason why some of y'all are having adverse reactions and you're going through certain things on a spiritual level when you put that shit in your head. Now you depressed. Now the people in your life is acting funny. Shit falling apart. Job is getting on your nerves. Kids acting crazy. You don't know what the fuck you just invited into your space. And then you're putting it, on top of your crown chakra. On top of your crown chakra, babe. One of the most important chakras you have. You're putting it up there. And it's just soaking into your damn energy. You're laying on your pillows. You're laying around the house. You just spreading that evil shit all through your motherfucking environment. Don't do that. Okay? Yes, some people smudge or sage their bundles or pray over them and all that. It really don't matter if you're putting another human's hair on your head. It don't fucking matter. I'm going to be honest. No matter what spiritual work you do to them bundles, you cannot undo what that hair has collected. That's why we cut our hair when we're trying to eliminate energy. That's why hair cutting is so therapeutic to people. Why do you think when women get out of a horrible relationship or when a man is going through something and they cut their hair, they feel this relief? Because you are eliminating that energy completely, entirely. You're not praying it away. You're not doing a spell and making it go away. You can't sage it away. That hair holds energy. It is what it is. You gotta cut that shit. Alright? It's a reason why they created these things and then forced them into our communities. And then gave us chemical-based hair products so it can kill our hair, and then we go and we, motherfucking use somebody else's shit. Y'all gotta start looking deeper into this shit. Everything got a deeper meaning and a deeper purpose. Braiding hair, if it's human hair, it's the same shit. If it's synthetic or processed hair in some type of factory, they making it out of something else, it's usually chemical infused. That's why a lot of people got seborrheic dermatitis. I don't care if you're getting braids or not. That should be fucking your scalp up. I had to stop putting braiding hair in my hair. Now, if I'm gonna braid my hair, I'm doing it to my natural hair. I haven't had braids in my hair in shit, I don't know, 2 years now. I don't even play around like that no more. Fuck it. I'm gonna grow my hair out. I'm gonna put herbs in my hair so it can grow and it can be healthy. And if I'm gonna put some braids in it, I'm gonna put braids in my natural ass hair. All hair grows when it is properly taken care of. So don't think that you gotta go run to all of these other things just because you think you bald head and, oh, my hair don't grow. Yes, the fuck it do. All these perms, stop doing that shit. Your hair is not supposed to be easily able to do whatever because you didn't put a chemical process in it that strips down the coils of your hair. Y'all gotta remember who was teaching y'all this shit, because you'll have people who are cosmetologists that be like, oh, a perm is actually good for your hair and you can put a perm in there. Yeah, who taught you that? It wasn't nobody black that came up with that goddamn curriculum. I guarantee you that. Well, nobody of melanated descent that came up with that goddamn class or course. I can put money on that. Okay? Hell no. Y'all gotta remember why they created these school systems. So they can teach you their way of doing shit. And they understand, and I'm not talking about the people who teaching it, but we talking about the people who created these things. They understand spiritual energy. That's how they've been whooping our ass the last 400 years. They be using spiritual energy. They get that shit. They understand how it works. So they get it. They know where your energy centers are. Alright? That's why they put fluoride in every goddamn thing. It's deeper than trying to be cute. When you learn your hair will be manageable. Stop saying that your hair is not manageable. No, you just haven't learned it. You haven't taken the time to learn it. You haven't figured out what products work for your hair. It's a whole process. Everything not for everybody. We all got different strands of hair, different coil patterns. So it's going to be different. But once you learn your hair, that shit can do whatever you want it to do. Alright, I just had to take a minute for that because it's so important for you to know. Alright? Caregivers. Okay? Caregivers are another group of people who work with their hands, making pottery or anything created with your hands. Musicians. This is why musicians or music period is so healing or detrimental. Because the energy from the person that is creating the music, that's playing the instrument, is emitting that frequency. And that frequency is being spread through whatever waves that you're listening to it from. Whether it's a phone or radio or computer, it don't matter. So frequency is very important for musicians. Music is very important, especially to melanated people. Our bodies is literally created for us to evenly and easily distribute music or frequency period. And music is a frequency. Gardeners, same thing as cooking and art. Okay? So this is some examples of healing through hands. Now let's move on to, and we're going to do a recap at the end. So just remind me. Healing through voice. Let's get some examples in the comments. How can you heal through your voice? What would be some examples of careers? Good. Singing, teaching, speaking, lawyers, that was a good one. Spoken word, poetry. Good. Mentoring. Good. Acting. Good, good, good. Therapist. Comedian. That's a great one. What else we got? Any more? Storytelling. I'm gonna also put voice actor. Okay. Any ones that I missed that y'all want me to add that you don't see? Rapping. Life coach. Okay, this is a pretty good list. All right, cool. So yes, singing. This goes back to sound frequency. Okay. Ooh, a writer. That's a good one too. All right. Singing goes back to frequency, right? Teaching. Everybody can't teach, and it's not because they don't have the knowledge. It's because they don't have the gift through the throat chakra. Right? Teaching is not just about the knowledge, it's also about the vibrations and the energy that you emit when you are offering information. Everybody is not going to be receptive to a message if it's not coming off in the right frequency. This is what it is. You can be saying the right thing, but it don't matter. All right? Speaking, this can be public speaking, public speakers, anybody who, may be using their voice as far as communications or shit like that. Okay, this could be podcasting, hell, anything that you would be doing, where you're speaking publicly or speaking to a lot of people. Lawyers, this is a really good one. Okay, lawyers are very important, and it is a gift. It is a gift to be able to decipher information and to figure out how to use that information, to use your voice and put together words and formulate a point, a position to give to that person. Okay? All successful lawyers are good talkers. They don't have to know shit about that goddamn law, but if they can talk good, baby, you going home. You're getting a reduced sentence. You might got to be on the box for 5 months, but at least you don't got to be in jail. You know what I'm saying? All good lawyers know how to talk. Okay? Spoken word, poetry. One of the most healing and digestible forms of healing through the voice. Poetry is very powerful. And the way that they convey the poem adds to that. The words are already powerful. The message is already powerful. But the way that is performed, it's almost like a performance, right? The way that they perform that poetry adds to how you feel it, how it comes across, how it moves you, right? Mentoring. Again, kind of going back to teaching. You can have the information, but do you know how to convey it? Do you have the gift to convey what you're saying? Okay? Or do you have the gift to be able to vocalize advice based on your experiences? Because some people have experienced things and like, okay, I can help you out based on what I've experienced. But they don't know how to convey it. They don't know how to turn it into advice, right? And be able to get it across, right? Acting. Acting is another powerful one that goes into performance of the lines, right? A lot of people know the lines and they can read it, but can you perform it? Can you put that energy into it where it's going to be effective? Okay? Therapist and mentoring is kind of the same thing, but and life coach. We'll group all of those together. Same sentiments. Okay? Comedians. This is such a good one because it's such an overlooked one. Being able to use your voice to invoke laughter. Laughter is healing. Laughter is very healing. It is a very healing energy. Laughter, love, those two things, extremely healing. So when you're able to get a group of people to forget about what's going on in the real world and chuckle, that's not easy. It's a lot of shit going on. We don't want to laugh, bitch, ain't nothing funny. I'm stressed. You won't laugh today. You know what I'm saying? When somebody can make you gut laugh, your stomach hurt, baby, that should have changed your life. Storytelling, voice actor, same thing, all about delivery, right? Your ability to deliver these stories or to personify this character, right? Relay the energy of this character through the tones and the frequencies of your voice. Same thing with rapping and singing, okay? Rap and poetry, honestly, all of it is poetry, right? And then writing. Being a writer, you would think would be through the hands, but it is a voice thing as well. I would say writing will probably go with both, through the hands and through the voice, okay? Because for a writer, you know, you're deciphering whatever you're reading on multiple different levels, and it's coming from multiple different places, and it can be attached to multiple different gifts. All right, let me see if I can think of one more for us to do. Anybody got any suggestions of another area that we can do? We did the hands, we did the voice. Let's do the mind. I think that's a good one. Let's make y'all think a little bit. All right, healing through the mind. What can be some examples of those who heal using the mind? Psychiatrists, that's a good one. Yoga instructor. That's a good one. That one can be mixed. Hypnotherapist. Oops. Personal trainer. That's a good one. Mental health coach. I'm gonna also add a teacher. Some of these can be translated in more than one section, but I'm gonna add a teacher. Teachers work with the minds. They shape minds, they mold minds, okay? I'm gonna also go scientist. Okay, y'all kind of get where we're going with this? Affirmations. Affirmations within themselves do with the mind, but what would that career look like? ASMR, that's a good one. So I'm gonna say a meditation instructor. I'm gonna also say music. Okay, mathematician, that's good. Neurologists. Good. Language teachers. That's good. Let's get one more. A nature guide. Okay. All right, cool. All of these are good. Y'all starting to get it. Okay? So we're given all of these different examples, right? And this is just the hands, the voice, and the mind. We also got physical people who heal through the physical. So that could be, somebody said a dance instructor or something along those lines. That can also be healing as well. But this is just to show you that spiritual gifts don't come in one size. It's not a one size fit all type of thing. All right? There's so many different styles, so many different types, so many different careers that fall under how we can use our gifts to heal, how our gifts can show up and take part in whatever it is that we're led to do. Okay? And some of you guys have multiple gifts in each area. So you're just not, you're multi-gifted. It's just not a singular thing. So you have a number of different things that you're gifted at, not good at, but gifted to do. And some of those things can compound together. So like, for example, me as a shaman, a life coach, a mentor, I do a couple of these different things, right? A lot of it online, and eventually, in person, when I do certain things in person, when I do meet and greets. If you was at my last meet and greet, y'all know I lay hands like we in church. Oh, I heal for real. Yeah, I don't play. I was born and raised in church. When you touch on somebody and you heal through your hands, right? You give them that energy, okay? Or you take what needs to be taken from their energy, right? So all of these things can come together and work together depending on what it is that you're doing, depending on what it is that you're gifted to do. Okay? Now, really quick, I want to go through the 5 clairs because the 5 clairs do aid with a lot of these things. So we're going to go through the 5 clairs real fast. And then that's it for today. Because Poca's tired. I'm sick of talking to y'all. Shit. I mean, I love y'all and everything, but my voice box is tired. I need to rest it. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all cool. But the girl is tired of talking. I'm tired of hearing myself talk. Alright. We working on 4 hours. This one's supposed to be 4 hours now. Well, you know what? Matter of fact, and don't get mad, we gonna do the 5 clairs on Monday because I want to pair that with something else, and I don't want to give y'all too much information at one time. So don't be mad. But we gonna do the 5 clairs on Monday. Again, lesson days are Mondays and Wednesdays. So we gonna save that for Monday because I want to pair that with other spiritual gifts like root work. I want to go through root work. I want to go through my herbalist. I want to go through my mediums, other things like that. So I want to go a little bit deeper. So we're gonna wait. I'm gonna do a quick Q&A so y'all can start dropping y'all questions in the comments while I'm getting all this shit up out the way, and then we're gonna wrap that up for today. Again, you can watch the replay on YouTube. That link is in my bio. All right. Any questions, comments, or concerns in regards to what we have gone over so far? Let me change that back and change this back. Okay. Do you do any events in Atlanta? I do events wherever it makes sense to go, wherever multiple people can kind of come. So I wouldn't mind doing them in Atlanta. Yeah, I don't mind. I think, well, I'm not gonna give y'all too much because I don't like to say stuff until it's ready for me to, you know, announce. If I'm teaching y'all that, I gotta live by too. So there is some things that I'm going to be working on for the fall. I'll leave it at that. The shadow work videos on YouTube. So go to the YouTube. When you go to YouTube, go to the live section. Subscribe first. Turn on your notifications first. Then go to the live section. And you should be able to see the shadow work and what we do. Shadow work, trauma healing, childhood trauma healing, and self-love. On that particular one. Thank y'all again for the gifts as well. I appreciate you. I learned so much from you. Feel very safe. Good. That's what I want. Yes. So I will be doing a retreat. Yes. Yes. I'm not going to say too much, but yes, that is something that's coming. Y'all will know at least 3 to 4 months before the actual date of the retreat, so that you can prepare and get your coins together and all of that. But yes, that will be coming very soon. That information will be coming very soon. Oh, so also, y'all know that I always give you a breakdown of what the next cycle is going to look like. And when I say cycle, I mean from Aries season to Aries season, because in spirituality, that's how we determine if we're in a new cycle or not. We don't go by the New Year's because that's bullshit, right? We go Aries season to Aries season. So for the month of March, I am going to be hosting a 4-week preparation mentorship. This mentorship will be 1 Zoom per week. We will have a collective group chat, and I will be giving you guys lessons. 1 Zoom per week. We will be doing lessons on things you need to know and ways that you can prepare to go through this new year. Okay, the official new year that will last the entirety of March. Okay, so you can start paying on it now. It's only going to be $77. Okay, $77. You can start paying on it now. I will be adding that to my website tonight. However, if you want to go ahead and send your payment in, or you want to put half down, it doesn't matter. But that's what we're going to be doing for the month of March. I will have an official flyer for that by tomorrow, and it will be added on the website for you to book through the website by tomorrow as well. But yeah, whoever's on here, y'all the first to know about it. My website is linked in my bio. If you can't see it, it is therealpocaspeaks.com. The Real PocaSPEAKS, not Poca Honest. therealpocaspeaks.com. And you can book it there starting tomorrow. If you want to go ahead and book it now, then shoot me an inbox message, or you can go on my website and fill out the contact form and just put March mentorship, and I'll send you all of the information, the breakdown of the itinerary and what we'll be covering. And this is going to incorporate shadow work and astrology and numerology. Okay, heavy on shadow work, heavy on astrology, heavy on numerology. We're going to tap into, you know, a lot of things dealing with those particular areas. Okay, so if you're interested again and you want to go ahead and start paying on it now, feel free to inbox me. You can shoot me a DM on here. You can use this box at the bottom right here to shoot me a message. If you're on Big O and you're interested, you can shoot me a DM on here as well. and we can go ahead and start getting that together. Again, if you want to put down half a payment, that would be like what, $30 something for half of 77. That's like 30 something. If you want to put down half a payment, you can do that. Just inbox me again, shoot me a message, and let me know that you're interested, and you can start paying on it. Okay, and that's what the people want to take advantage of the official 9-year. Okay, I'm not gonna say 2025 because technically, according to the calendar, we're in 2025, right? But the official year, the energetic new year, right? That's what we're dealing with. So that'll be preparation for that, so that y'all can navigate that appropriately. All right, and get out of that everything that you need. All right. Any other questions, comments, or concerns before I get off of here? Oh, also, I still have a special on my website that's going on. If you spend $50 on any healing services include readings, mentorships, consultations, one-on-ones, astrology services, then you get an additional 20% off of another healing service. So the promo code for that is PocaHonest, just like in my name. PocaHonest is the promo code, and you can put that in at checkout, and it will calculate your discount. All right, the $30 is half payment for the March mentorship. Let me make sure this, let me see, 77 divided by 2. So yeah, it'd be $38.50, which is half payment for the mentorship. Okay, the date for the real new year, it usually starts Aries season, so that's usually between the 19th and the 21st of March. But the mentorship will last that entire month, so that I can help you before we get into it, and then make sure that you're good when we get into it. Okay? And that mentorship will start March 1st, officially March 1st, which is on a Saturday. However, we won't start the classes until classes will be on Wednesday nights. So we won't officially start the classes until Wednesday, which is the 5th. But the group chat will be created, and you'll have access to me in the group chat and everybody else in the mentorship by the 1st of March. Okay? So, for those who are interested, shoot me an inbox message, shoot me a DM, go to my website, fill out the contact form, and let me know if you want to book it through the website, because I do have payment plan options built into my website as well. So if you want to book it through there, you can do that. And yeah, that's that on that. Thank you guys for the gifts. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the shares. If you've been here since the beginning of the live, shout out to you for staying the whole, 4 hours I think we've been on here, maybe. If not 4 hours, damn near 4 hours. Shout out to all of you guys who have contributed to this space, all of the energy, all of the love, all of the like I said, the gifts, the likes, the comments, all of that. Tomorrow we'll be back live. We're going to be doing a collective tomorrow's Thursday, so tomorrow's our topic day. So we'll do topics. I don't know what topic we're going to do, but we can do a Q&A and a panel. If you have any topic suggestions for tomorrow, then feel free to inbox them to me. I'm always taking suggestions. I feel like I've taught on everything, so sometimes I don't know what y'all want me to talk about. So if you have something in mind, like, hey, Poca, I would love for you to do a live and we just go back and forth and chit chat. You know, I bring some of y'all up as guests and whatever, and we just kind of talk about a specific thing in spirituality, or spirituality period, or my views on something that's going on in the world. I don't care. I'm a Gemini. We can talk about anything. But Thursdays are our day to really get into all of that. And yeah, all that good stuff. All right, so Lemon Light. Okay, if you send me a message, then I'll be responding to those once I hop off of here. Give me about like 30 minutes to an hour, so I can regain a little bit of energy. Because these lessons deplete me. I'm going to be very serious. So give me like up to an hour, maybe 2, and I'll be responding to you guys as soon as I can, sending you the information, and all of that, so we can start getting y'all locked in for services. All right, love and light. I will see y'all tomorrow, same place, around the same time. I'll be starting around 4:30 ish. Tomorrow, the earliest is probably 3:30 Eastern Standard Time. Okay, Well, keep that in mind because I know time zones be different. Love and light. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Be good, be safe, and keep all of these messages in mind. All right?